4. Today we have Ocarina of Time Randomizer, MrMartin versus PurpleRupees. PurpleRupees beating out Zephyr just about an hour ago in their previous match. And now they're facing off against MrMartin, who was the top seed of Group C. So now they are playing for a spot in the semifinals, which will be held tomorrow at some point in time. So I'm joined with Kokam Decker. I'm Mr. Mario.
Hi.
Hello.
That was really professional. I liked it. It was nice and smooth. Just like bang.
Oh,
bang,
thanks.
bang, bang.
Yeah. And we should be getting started shortly here.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I'm ready to watch some Zelda. I'm still kind of like in that mindset from this morning, so.
Yeah. Should be fun. Should be a fun race. Both the players proved themselves in groups, and now they're here in brackets, so we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, they both went 3-1 in groups.
Yeah. Both
Yeah,
of them went
so
3-1.
Oh. Oh.
And here we are.
So we're starting with Song of Time and Shadow Medallion.
Yes. Shadow Medallion start, which means they only have to potentially beat only 4 dungeons to beat the game. We know that's probably not going to be the case, but
We
probably,
can hope.
yeah, we can hope, right? So for a refresher, for anyone who's new and hasn't seen any of the Ocarina of Time Rando tournament here so far, we need the 3 spiritual stones for the Ganon's bridge, and we need both the Shadow and Spirit medallions for the boss key. So that is how this is going, and we are off, and we spawn in the Kokiri shop. Nice, with no rupees, so they can't buy anything.
It's like a nice place to start, though. Obviously, Midos has like 4 chests in it, so you're
And
pretty likely to get stuff early.
Speaking of, we got a couple big chests here
Okay.
with the silver scale, and then... Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
What a start. Let's get both scales straight off the bat.
I mean, to be honest, with like scales, I know I usually like to get at least 1 early.
Yeah.
It helps with like routing in Sora's River because you can dive into it.
Right, it's very convenient.
So that's something we might actually see here. Market being barren is quite big. There's a lot of like itty-bitty checks there. You can only
Yeah.
kind of do a bit at a time.
Yeah, so when you go child, you don't have to worry about doing child shooting gallery, and if we get bomb bag, don't have to worry about doing bomb shoot bowling. But yeah, just having that gold scale early is very convenient, as Martin tries to do the C up less Mido skip. PurpleRupees pulling off the
First
Mido
time.
skip, and there we go. Mido skip from both of them. Pretty good to go to Sheik in the Forest here.
Yep, so ordinarily, including in the logic, so we have the logic for the seed to just sort of like make sure the seed can be beaten. Ordinarily, like you're supposed to have Saria's song to get through there, so pretty much everyone, I would say it's like a fairly early entry kind of trick to be able to get over Mido, but
Yeah, but now both of them are setting up the jump to get on top of Sacred Forest Meadow. Unfortunately, both of them are failing, but we should get it
I mean, it
pretty
happens.
soon here.
I feel like it happens to like everyone, right?
Yeah, and tournament
No,
moves
no.
could be a part of it as well.
For sure.
But we're going to get some new hints. We got Icy Waters is Eyeball Frog, so that could be useful if Big Ron
Yep.
is required.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
We get the immediate confirmation that it is not useful, in fact.
Sometimes you just get those seeds, like it kind of dangles something in front of you and then like just pulls it away straight away. And you're like, well,
Yep.
you tried. Okay, Martin going for the rupees from killing this moblin.
Yeah, you can get either 3 blues, 1 red, or 3 reds, but he got the middle. And, ooh, King's Aura Bomb Bag. That's a pretty good hint.
So that could vary. Obviously with the scale, they have a way to hand in the letter as a child
Yeah.
without bombs, without explosives. So that could be their first bomb bag logically.
Could be, yeah.
The song was Epona, yeah. So Epona giving access to a lot of the seed allows you to cross the Gruta Fortress, and then from there you can go across the wasteland. Not necessarily in logic, but logic's kind of just like a guideline. Not,
Yeah.
it's kind of like
who needs a logic, right?
you just like flirt with logic a little bit. You just
Yeah.
like here and there. So I think we'll probably see both runners here go do what we were talking about with the scale and dive through to the river.
Yeah. Probably go downriver and then up into Kakariko Village. It shouldn't be nightfall by the time they make it.
They should be okay. It might be a bit risky. Obviously, time of day doesn't pass in Lost Woods, Kokiri Forest, and so on. Once they get into the river, it is. If they do all the checks here, if they spend too long, they might be cutting it a little close, for sure. But that depends on what checks are actually here.
So we got both of the adult lake checks are dead. So that's good. We don't have to check the top of the lab or adult fishing. We might still have to check child lake. Yet to be decided. But yeah, given the start of the seed, it starts at 10 a.m. instead of the usual 12 p.m. after you finish a dungeon. They have a bit of extra time to navigate the overworld so that you don't get to Kakariko when it turns night.
Yeah,
because they want to get that adult Anju check out of the way. Sphere 0 and all that.
Yeah, it's such a free check, and if you miss the time of day in your first time you're in Kakariko as an adult, it's so awkward to go and do it later.
Yeah, and we got a bottom of the Wellway the hero as well. Not having Storms or ZL yet, but we'll get those eventually. And we also got Child Spirit, both dead, both blue rupees. So we are not Requiem locked for Requiem for Spirit Temple.
Yeah, so that means we might not see Requiem potentially at all this seed. If Spirit ends up being required, you usually kind of hope you do get that Requiem at some point, so you can warp over there.
Right.
You don't have to travel. You save a lot of time.
Definitely.
But if it's not required to beat Spirit, you could see a layout for dungeons, which we don't know yet, but we could see a layout where Spirit locks getting Requiem. Mm-hmm. And honestly, those seeds just kind of suck. Honestly, it's not fun.
Yeah. Because you just have to cross all the way to Spirit, and then beat Spirit, and then you can get your convenience out of it. But
Yeah.
Yep, both Martin and PurpleRupees are going to make it to Kakariko Village before nightfall, thankfully.
I mean, yeah, as you can see, they've made it... It's starting to get a bit dark, so if they'd had to do either of the freestanding pieces of heart were items, they'd have had to think about it. Do I need to get this now? If I do it, I need to make sure that I can get it first time, pretty much, because otherwise you just don't have the sort of luxury time to make that time of day. Yeah.
And now both of them are going to follow in each other's footsteps, because this is what you do in the beginning of a siege. Just go adult CAC. Lon Lon Ranch is way the hero as well, so after they're done here, they just go child, go Lon Lon, probably get a thing.
Yeah, I mean, we probably would have seen that anyway, but Lon Lon Ranch required.
Confirmed required. Good to know.
Yeah, for sure. So we see nothing on the windmill, which is nice, because I feel like it happens kind of infrequently. So you get something on the windmill and you're like, oh, I have to do this, and sometimes in tournaments you can kind of jump and miss, and
yeah, it could just turn into a whole mess. But there was Song of Storms in the windmill. That's vanilla, and that unlocks Way of the Hero bottom of the well. So we could see that in our Child 1 segment, and we probably will see that in our Child 1 segment.
Yeah, I would expect so. With a hint this early for your Way of the Hero bottom of the well, I feel like there's no real decision there. It's you have to go here at some point.
Right.
Odds are, with the Way of the Heroes, it's required items. In some cases, you get a Way of the Hero item that you don't actually need because of bomb chews, things like that.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, probably even more than that, it's something you want.
Definitely.
And the well's a good dungeon too, so you're not going to say no. If the sea tells you to do the well, you just go, okay.
You just go to the well.
I'm doing the well.
But they did pick up a wallet in Impa's House Cow, which is 1/2 of the way to our blue fire access to Unfreeze King Zor for the bomb bag. Yeah.
Right. That could be fun, logically.
Yeah. I'm not sure if fun is the right word. But
well, I say fun. All I mean is we could see a seed where we're sat here going, okay, but the wallet was here, the bomb bag. Is this the first bomb bag? Is there another one available? So we could be in for something interesting.
Could be for some logical nonsense today.
Yeah.
As if there wasn't enough of it today.
I mean, fun to watch, not to play. That's kind of what I mean.
Exactly. Like most of the seeds so far this tournament, fun to watch, not to play. But they're both in Dampé Race. Let's see if we get any 47s.
Hey,
You
don't
never
count
know.
them out. They could get a 46.
You never. Yeah, you never know.
It's beyond me, but you know, some runners.
Cough, Yuso.
See, you know what? Watching something like this, someone like Martin getting like a 50, that makes me feel comforting. I'm like, ooh, a big pole bottle. So,
Ooh.
Chews very good because explosives unlock so much in the game. The chews aren't in logic, but having them just lets you start doing things, and as long as you keep on top of it, you can kind of suss where things are.
And the fact that we got that wallet, we actually have access to choose already. So we really don't need the bomb bag on King Zora if we can help it. If this is a 20-pack, it's a 10-pack. Okay. And actually, I lied earlier. The wallet wasn't half of King Zora. We still needed a bottle. But we have the bottle now, so it's fine.
It was a third. But yeah, now we're on 2/3, so we're okay.
We're good.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we need ZL or hovers to access to Zora's domain. But
so I guess we're seeing Martin looking to buy a shield, getting that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas Purple's going straight for the prelude, going child. Probably buy a shield later. I would hope so.
Let's get some medallion checks. We got Shadow's Light Medallion.
That's... Personally, I don't like that. I don't know about you, but...
Just Shadow is just a very check-dense dungeon, and having it be the Light Medallion, which unlocks nothing, is not the best. But we got Deku Tree as the Spirit Medallion. I think I saw Fire as Forest.
And DC as Water was another, like... Not great one. You're like, it's a dungeon you usually go into.
Yeah.
It's probably not required for songs, but...
Yeah. But I think we're going to see Martin go into DC here. He bought a shield. He has Choose equipped. There's fire arrows on top of it.
So, those fire arrows won't come into play for a while, if at all. But sometimes, sometimes they're there. Sometimes they make the difference.
You never know. Sometimes you need fire arrows for Shadow Trial too.
Oh,
and Martin did not
forgot
his shield.
Forgot the shield. Yeah.
Oh, hints on the right side. We got Goron City Foolish and Lake Highway the Hero. That's all I saw.
I'm not gonna lie, same. We're too focused on the.
Can chat help us and read the others maybe? Gonna be honest, I haven't looked at chat at all. So hi chat.
Fire's Foolish as well.
Fire Goron City Foolish. Okay, good to know. Good to know. This is why we have chat.
So
to catch up on what we missed.
Those hints are not good for the layout. Your Fire's Foolish, it's a Forest Medallion. If the songs don't play nice, you're going to have to do Fire just to get the song.
Right. And Boss Key could be all the way at the top. And you just have to do a whole barren Fire Temple, and no one wants to do that.
So nice early double defense on child shooting there.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, very handy to just, you know, stave off some of that damage. We did get a Market Foolish. Did we get a Market Foolish?
Yes, we got a Market
Foolish.
So we have Market, Goron City, and Fire Temple all Foolish. That's all three of our Foolishes covered already.
I would actually expect, I assume, I'm not too sure. I imagine you're more familiar with how Martin plays, but I assume he probably won't check that because they got the Foolish hint. So not having the double defense isn't a big deal, but it's nice.
Right. Martin's not going to do Foolish Market. I would be surprised if he did.
Yeah, so the Sun's Grave is dead as well, which...
Cool. Yeah, that was our second copy of the Ranch Way the Hero, so... Purple's... checking Save Orb, actually. So this is an interesting play. And speaking of Ranch, we're here now. Unfortunately, it just turned night, so...
Yeah, so a Mirror Shield from DC.
That is required in a Water Medallion DC.
I mean, I don't wanna be like, honestly picking up the Healing Shield was the right play, but it's always when you do that you get like the mirror straight away.
You always get the Mirror Shield right after you buy the Hylian Shield.
For sure.
Seems. But Martin, low on hearts, is gonna hope for a piece of heart, and he gets it. So,
you know, some players just get what they want, right? Some people just get what they want.
Just open one random small chest and get a heart container. That's It's as easy as that.
So what we're likely to see here from Purple is it's nighttime, so we're gonna probably go into Deku Tree. It's required anyway. It's a good dungeon. It has like quite good density on checks for time spent.
Yeah.
And it also resets the time of day. So then Purple can reset back to Lon Lon, do that song,
Save
take
warp
away
is
the hero.
perfect.
It's, yeah, honestly, even though the time of day wasn't, like, everything else kind of lines up nicely for it, for sure.
Yeah, so we'll see if he, after Deku Tree, goes into Lost Woods or not before save warping to Lon Lon. I would assume so, but you never know.
With the choose, I would think so. You already have the explosives, so you can get most of the checks.
Yeah.
You're not likely to get something from Lon Lon that's way the hero that changes that in Lost Woods. So the other checks we'd be looking at are Slingshot, Sarah's Song, both of which, Sarah's Song you could find there.
It's
to be
possible.
fair.
Yeah.
But I would expect that they won't. I would expect that they do Lost Woods and then save warp afterwards.
Martin not finding any more big chests in DC here.
Even so, you can't really complain, you know?
Yeah,
Going to
you got a
DC,
mirror
get
shield,
required dungeons, or required items, like,
You're already set.
and it's, I would expect we will see Purple clearing DC later, but it might be like a while off at least.
We get another big chest in DC here, too.
I mean, this is why you go in DC.
It just always had good items. And now Martin can do a couple more checks as child.
I mean, I actually really like a Slingshot though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even
though Spirit is not required as child, it's still good to have a Slingshot.
For sure, for sure.
I think
100%.
it's worth wasting it too.
Yeah, I would say so.
But Martin does not. So he just scummed the entirety of DC.
Yeah.
He's going to go straight to King Dodongo or not. You never know. He could just leave. But I think he would hope that DC is a required Stoner Medallion and just finish it off right now.
At this point, when he's cleared most of it, I think he probably would just to... Oh, I take it back.
Makes you eat your words immediately. And then
That's
again,
why he's first seed.
All right, never mind. We are back in DC.
So yeah, Purple going into Deku Tree here. We'll see if it has anything. I assume it will, because it pretty much just always does.
Yeah, and there's a big chest right there.
Whether it's anything we need, we'll see. But you know, water's wet, fire's hot. Deku Tree has items. Deku Tree's a good play. Who knew?
Yeah, and it is a bow.
It's a bow. So
that's a pretty good item to have.
yeah, you need at least what? There are 3.
Yeah.
Sometimes like the other 2 are locked by the first. Sometimes you get one and you're like, oh, this is in a great spot, and then you find like one in like some obvious place, and you're like, well, I guess I don't get an advantage, but
Yep. Know that one
too
all
bad.
too well. But yeah, now Purple only needs Hookshot and Strength to clear Forest Temple, albeit out of logic. But
that's still quite a way off though. We're quite low on items. Saying, oh, just need 2 or 3 items.
just 2 or 3 could mean like 20 minutes or more.
Yeah, especially how hook shots can be sometimes. Like some siege you'll just get like both in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Others you'll be like hour and a half and you get your first.
Yeah, so Martin is going to do ground jump strats for King Dodongo, opting not to try to backflip the chew into his mouth, but rather store a ground jump off of King Dodongo, and that'll allow him to gain enough height so you can just drop a bomb chew in his mouth.
So again, a really nice strat to kind of just know in this situation. It means if you do go into DC without strength, without a bomb bag, you can still full clear it.
Yeah.
As long as you have those chews.
And nicely done by Mr. Martin. And we got the 1 skip from PurpleRupees.
Clean on both sides. What can I say? Good
Beautiful.
runners.
Yeah.
Good runners.
This is why they're in brackets.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So yeah, Martin will find out that DC is in fact Water Medallion, so not necessarily required, but we don't have the Nocturne hint yet, so you never know. And Purple's
See
going
what's
to go
going
into
on.
Gomer right now.
And it's a blue rupee.
Hooray. Well,
Let's
we
get the-
still got a slingshot. Oh, well, Martin didn't get the slingshot.
Yeah, it's
but we
gonna
know
blew
there's
away.
a slingshot there.
Yeah.
In case he ever wanted to go back for any reason.
You never know. They may get a target in the woods hint. Target
Target in the woods
is-
might be a hook shot.
Yeah.
You never know.
I'm not gonna lie. I really hope that's not the case for him. 'Cause
I
that would
really
suck.
hope so too.
That would suck real bad. So nice clean Gomer as well from Purple, which I know, at least personally, sounds silly, but also I also mess up Gomer all the time. I don't know about you, but I mess up like Gomer is like my worst boss. So it's
Yeah, it is tricky to get the timing down, but we're getting a Reded Grotto check from MrMartin here. After this, I would assume he's just going to go Child, because there's not much else he can do with only one chew left. He's just going to reset, so he's going to have 2 chews. But now he's going to follow PurpleRupees as Child, probably do...
pretty much the same thing, I would think.
Yeah.
Time of
least
day
take a
is still nighttime, so
Well, time of day for Martin is day now. So
Right.
he beat DC, so he's going to be able to clear Lon Lon
as soon
right
as he
when
gets
he saves
there,
warp.
yeah.
Or he might not even save warp. Knowing Martin, he might just backwalk all the way to Lon Lon, and then when he saves warp, when he save warps in the
Fine.
future, he'll just be shaking
Oh, like
his head.
he'll backwalk to Lon Lon and then save warp from the back,
Yeah.
and then find that he's at
And
the
then find
front
out.
and just be like, okay.
Martin's
guess-
going to check the hints here, so we're going to confirm,
Yeah.
yep, Fire is foolish, and Kingzor is still a bomb bag, so.
Another fire foolish on this right side as well.
Yep. So Martin's going to turn in his big Poe here before he goes Child.
So it looks like we are seeing the Lost Woods checks from Purple before going back to that Way of the Hero Lon Lon, which honestly I agree with.
I don't necessarily agree with Martin turning in the big Poe here. I would wait until Adult 2, because you might just get another bottle, and we know Market is foolish anyways.
But and it's
But-
the 200 rupees,
But he
so
gets literally paid out, so
yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, if the market wasn't foolish, I would completely disagree with you. I think getting that money there is helpful. There's still good use to it as a child, but
Yeah.
having it for like more chews or like a Goron tunic if they need it, anything like that
Yeah.
on the adult side could be helpful.
Exactly. Alright, so yeah, Martin is now going Child with an empty bottle, and Purple is Child with still 10 chews. Pretty surprising, but he hasn't done any of the checks in Lost Woods here that were bomb locked, so.
We could see those being scummed. It's hard to say. So basically just resetting away if the chews don't provide any items. Martin's already done it a little bit. But
Yeah.
Yeah. It's getting a nice memory game. What's your favorite memory game song?
Okay, I guess I can tell a story here while they're kind of doing slow checks. But back in the old days of Rando, Memory Game was not shortened to 5 songs. It was still 8 songs, and I ended up getting Sonata of Awakening from Majora's Mask as the Memory Game song, and the odds of that happening are just incredibly low. I just found it really funny. You can find it on my YouTube channel if you go. Shameless plug. But unfortunately, Memory Game is nothing for Purple. And Purple not saving before here. He's not planning on scumming these either.
I mean, when you're still at 10, I think that's okay. It can be a bit finicky to do it. So more chews from Martin's side
Yeah.
as well. Another 10 pack.
That's really good for Martin. He's just gonna be on even playing grounds with Purple here in terms of chews in Lost Woods area.
For now.
For now, yeah. But Martin is collecting skulls. That is not a Martin thing to do, I will say. He usually skips all the skulls.
So you would say that you feel like he's playing a bit more thorough?
Yeah, I
Kind of trying covering all
think so.
bases. Okay.
I think, yeah, Requiem in Way of the Hero, Lon Lon Ranch.
Which is interesting because we know
Which
that
is
Child
interesting.
Spirit is not required, which means
Right.
that if that's Way of the Hero, it's required to cross. So we already have the opponents, but we don't have. We have the lens as well. We don't have. Well, the lens was bomb locked.
Well, we don't need to cross because we have Requiem.
No, but I'm saying like, because Requiem's Way of the Hero, those items that require that you would need to cross are locked by going over.
Right.
Come on, Mara, you play this game.
That or it's just the bean.
It could just be the bean.
It could just be the bean.
After saying
we're
all
gonna
that,
find
it
out
could just
soon.
be the bean.
We're going to find out in about a minute here.
I hope it's not the bean, because then I can go into it more.
So you don't have to prove me wrong.
Yeah. Well, no. So you interjecting doesn't matter. So it's like
I'm not rejecting it. I understand now. I understand.
Oh, we got a raid through from SpeedGaming 7. Thank you.
Oh, hey. Thanks, SpeedGaming.
Welcome in.
Welcome
We're playing
to
OOT.
4.
People are running fast. If you don't know OOTR very well, it's I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how to explain it. It's you do checks. You play the game. You find songs. You clear dungeons. In these settings, we have to get the 3 stones and the Shadow and Spirit Medallion.
Oh no, that was a bigger on sword on the arch actually.
Bigger on sword.
So, and
Colossus is Way the Hero.
Bolero Way the Hero or the Fairy Fountain.
Did he pick up the song?
Yes, it was Bolero.
It was Bolero. Okay.
He just got Bolero.
Right. So Bolero.
So he's gonna check right now if Bolero is the Way the Hero, then probably Hookshot or Hovers are locked, or this.
It's really hard to hear. Yeah.
What's up there?
Okay, so Nocturne on Sarias as well. So that's a good song to have, especially when you've got Well Way the Hero.
Yeah.
Just
I
throwing
wouldn't be
that out there.
surprised if purple just goes well here.
Yeah. So if you go to the well without ZL, you can't get 4 checks, but you can see 2 of them. And if you're lucky, you find out that the other 2 checks are keys, or you get a hint saying they're dead. So, yeah, but there wasn't anything on the cone in DMC.
Oh, I personally didn't see anything, but I saw
You were
something
like
long
this at
and
the
it looks like a
screen.
stick.
Come on.
So
Okay.
it's probably a stick
Okay.
if I had to guess, or an
So-
arrow up, or an arrow.
As it stands, we're looking at a couple of things. The Requiem is either to cross, it's because you can't cross. Well, it's because you can't cross anyway, which means that it's either to clear Spirit, and that locks your items.
Yep.
That would cross, or it's for the Bolero, which also ties into it, because one of those things that you might use to cross is a long shot.
Right.
And if you don't have any hooks, you can't get across to Fire Temple, which is barren, but it's Forest Medallion. So they might need it might be,
We could
honestly,
be looking at a ZL
ZL on Fire
Forest
Temple.
Medallion,
That's
yeah.
what I'm thinking, yeah. Especially since it's not come up yet.
Yeah. Could be ZL on Bolero as well.
It could be ZL on Bolero. That also kind
And
of fits
ZL
the
locks
same.
both of our hooks and hover boots.
Yeah, I would believe that.
Yeah.
ZL and Bolero is basically the light version, because you don't have to go into a barren fire.
From my experience, ZL on Bolero happens all the time, too. So
Yeah.
I would expect that.
But we're definitely running out of song checks where ZL could be, so
Right.
it's probably in that area.
Yeah, so what do we have left? We have, it could be on Bolero, it could be on the Forest Medallion, and it could be on Nocturne, but it's not likely with water being the Fire Medallion.
Yeah, that's very slim. So that looks like Choose on the
More
waterfall.
Choose.
So they're having a nice time
Wow.
here.
Let's see if this is a 10, 5, or 20.
So with the main disadvantage to not having Choose, 2 things. One is you can't ground jump with the Choose. Annoying in some places, but you know there are jumps you can do around it. The other thing with the bombs is that they do bomb tube bowling, which is dead.
Yeah, because it's a bar. But we got a hint.
30
that
is
said-
hovers.
Yeah, 30 is
That's
the hover
I
boost
so okay so
for
if,
a light medallion shot.
yeah, if we're talking about Requiem being Way the Hero, because you can't cross, a hook shot locks quite a lot of skulls.
It does.
So that probably locks the hover boots, which ties in with the Bolero being Way the Hero. Or well,
If
Requiem
that's the
being Way the Hero for Bolero.
Yeah.
Because those are the 2 ways you would get across to get what I assume is ZL at this point.
And we're getting hit
So we
for
got
Water
Darklink.
Temple. Darklink Loop is, oh, Boscan River Chest.
So we just saw this. In literally the last race, if anyone tuned into that one over on SGL6, we had a boss key on the river chest.
Yep.
So that's locked by a bow, a hook. Well, obviously getting into water, but like as an additional cost, the bow, the Song of Time is the key one here.
And it is locked by ZL.
But they do have that. So there's no burning cac for
Yeah.
the Song of Time today.
There's
Well,
also no burning kite
again.
for ZL.
There's no burning cac for ZL either. So
Yeah, ZL is either on Force Medallion or on Bolero at this point.
yeah, pretty much.
We've
It
exhausted
has
all
to be
of our
one of
other
two.
options.
And if our runners have reached that point, figured that out, then you would hope that they're not happy with that, or they're hoping for the Bolero check to be ZL, because I definitely would be.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to find the hammer just so you can get ZL. So a
We
big
get
chest here
another
from
Desert
Purple.
Colossus way the hero. Ah, Nehrus.
It's Nehrus.
It's an item. It's an item that happens to be in a big chest.
There is a non-zero
Ooh.
amount of strength on
Get a
fishing,
strength upgrade on
So-
child fishing. That's an interesting one.
especially without Serenade.
Without Serenade, and Adult Lake is dead, so you have less of an incentive to check Child Lake.
I would say the biggest advantage or the biggest reason to come here at this point would be if you were just doing checks through the River's Child, which they've already done from Adult.
Right.
You'd go like River into Domain and then through to the lake.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a rough sell at the moment. The other time you'd go to Domain now is to do Jabu. And if you're doing that, I don't think you go through.
No.
So
We're getting it already.
Yeah.
Getting a logical lab dive.
Lake is way the hero.
Lake is way the hero.
Lake is way the hero. It's fine, we're stupid.
Never mind.
That's why we're both out.
Again, that's why chat's here.
Yeah, that's why we're both out. Way the heroes. Who needs
So-
them?
Strength is pretty much confirmed way the hero then, unless there's something on Shoot the Sun.
I would expect so, yeah.
So we have Adult Lake is dead, so we checked everything else.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I was like, really? And then I just remembered we started with a gold skill.
Yeah.
So that you could actually just check Lab Dive.
So I guess good on Martin for doing Valley Lake when Lake is way the hero.
Yep.
That was a good idea.
So we're seeing Purple doing chickens here, which is honestly much nicer in these settings. It's only 3 chickens. So to be honest, I actually haven't sat down and talked to anyone about chicken routing with just 3. I don't know what you think is the quickest way to do it, but
Well,
it's
if you're coming from the graveyard like Purple did, I think you get the one that's right by the pen,
yeah.
and then you can use the nut to actually stun the chicken that's up on the ledge near the Skulltula house, and it can run off while you get the
Yeah.
one in the box. So
See,
those are probably the
that's
3.
what I've been doing, so that that's reassuring.
Yeah. And there's
So,
a hint for
the
Adult
bean
Lake
again.
again.
Yeah. But we're gonna start seeing what's in the well now here.
Yeah, with Storms and Bomb Chews, it's not a bad play at all.
You got to assume, I think, at this point that Purple probably is sort of looked at the songs and sort of realized, you know, CL is locked. He's either on Bolero or like locked by doing fire.
Yeah.
So if you
he's
go
hoping that ZL is locked by fire.
at this point, I would say so, because if you think it's on Bolero, there's a concern where you might want to go adult before you go in, just so you have that extra insurance.
Yeah.
So-
And ooh, a
So
letter.
there's a letter from Martin's side.
That is required.
That's
And
a
that
good
was in
item.
Open grotto? Nope, remote
It's-
grotto.
Okay, so that's not a good check.
No, not
That's
at
just
all.
not a good check in general.
But we also got a hint that the song from Nocturne is not actually a song. It's a Blue Rupee.
Yeah, that's good to know.
So
From their end, they know that all of their songs are fairly accessible.
Yeah, not a good chance that we're going into Water Temples.
Yeah. So in the SGL settings, because we've got starting with Prelude as well as starting with the ZL song, the Prelude doesn't remove a check. Well, it doesn't remove a check. It just removes a song from the pool of songs. So one of them ends up being an item, and in some cases, most cases, it's junk.
And
So-
ooh, that is a ZL locked big chest in the well.
So Purple kind of being bitten back a little bit here, especially if that song is on Bolero.
Yeah.
Just because you're going to have to come back here. That's like, efficiency-wise, you're losing like a few minutes, but when it comes to like racing at like this level, it usually comes down to minutes.
Right.
Like a handful of minutes.
Like we've seen in a lot of the races that happened throughout the tournament so far, come down to like less than 5 minutes apart from each other.
For sure. So it looks like he did try to play ZL.
Yeah.
So this,
I tried to play Zio, but
to be fair,
unfortunately, we don't have Zio.
force of habit, I would say probably.
Yeah, yeah.
You go in,
Definitely.
you go, oh, I'll play Zio, and then the game doesn't do anything, and you're like,
What am I missing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm missing ZL. But it looks like that might be. Oh, that is not the only big chest in the well.
We do have a key, so we can see what it is.
Yep. So let's see if this is the way the hero item.
I can imagine as well, Martin may have not liked the position of that ladder. If he got it like a little bit sooner, he's still near the lake, he could dive through and hand it in then.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the end of the day, it's not too bad.
It's still a ladder. You still
Yeah.
need it.
You still need it. You can still get a ladder. And it's not in a good spot. You still have to commit to Southfield for that.
Yeah. So he's
There's a
probably
slingshot.
feeling pretty good about that.
It's not really what you want to see when you're coming
In a
into
way,
the
the
way
hero
that-
well. No.
Yeah.
Considering
so-
we got a slingshot in DC, I highly doubt that.
It's probably not way the hero, but the sling in DC was at the top of the bridge. So if the
is bomb
first
locked.
bomb lock, if the first bomb bag is locked by that sling, it's way the hero. Well,
we
probably.
we have a strength upgrade. Oh no.
Yeah, you can't get that one with strength. Come on, dude.
That's my bad.
If you keep doing this, I can't just saying this. This is why we're not in the. Can't keep going with the same line,
you
right?
You can't repeat the same bit.
Yeah. I mean, I could try, but it's not great.
It's not funny the second time.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
It is what it is.
Oh well. Oh, Martin is in Decatry. Purple's already done it, so.
See what purple goes with here. I imagine it's. Actually, I don't know what it would be right now. Back adult, I would expect.
Yeah.
Nope,
not-
Valley.
He does have that Lake Way the hero, so.
That's true. That's true.
He's
So we'll see
probably
the
gonna
we'll see
do
the
the same
Valley
thing.
into Lake.
Yeah.
It's hard to say if we will see the letter though, because Martin did that because he'd not been to Kokiri Forest yet.
Right.
So we'll have to see if that loop happens. At the very least, we're gonna see Purple go through the valley, go into Lake, get the strength.
Yep.
And then that's the bit where we're kind of looking at it and sort of saying, okay, you know, back adult, back adult, go get Rules letter. Oh no.
I don't know.
We'll have to see.
I mean, if I was in his position, I would just go back adult. But then again, I would be not getting the letter, so.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, I would be the same, I think. I would get that strength. I'd go, okay, that's where the hero. I'd play Prelude, and I'd go get my ZL.
Yeah.
And then go back and get that big chest in bottom of the well.
Yeah.
I'd be sad about it.
And then when I don't get ZL and Bolero, I'm sad and have to find the hammer.
Actually, to be honest, what I might do in Purple Shoes is I'd go back adult, get ZL, but I'd go do DC. Because Purple's not been into DC yet.
Right.
And it's, you know, it's a good dungeon.
Yeah, it's a good dungeon.
It's not required, but it's a
Not
good
in
dungeon.
Logic,
You don't have
but-
too much open.
Yeah.
And some of it will be in Logic because Purple will have the strength.
Right. More than half will be in Logic.
Yeah, it's like 3 checks. Which is, you know, 3 checks.
It's DC though, so.
It's DC, yeah. DC good.
Sometimes.
DC good when it has items. When it doesn't have items, it sucks.
That's just random. So Martin's setting up for his B1 skip. And
Yep.
Purple is going to get another 20 Pikachus in the waterfall here.
Yeah, we're going to see... honestly,
good,
I'm
yep.
curious to see if we're going to see a bomb back this seed. We might just stumble into one at some point.
There is a King's Aura one, but I mean, you have 30 chews, so you're not going to go out of your way to get the one on King's Aura,
No.
especially when market is foolish.
Definitely not. Like, especially farming that kind of money with if you get the second wallet, I don't think it's worth it.
No.
I mean, obviously, the bomb bag. We know that the bomb bag on King's Aura, like, is not the first bomb bag logic. Well, it could be the first bomb bag logically for a wallet. Have we just got a result in, or
So I got breaking news that
breaking?
We have a semifinal participant confirmed. Kevin just beat What the Hells.
Oh.
So Kevin will be moving on to the semifinals tomorrow.
Like.
Yeah, and Kevin will be facing the winner of the race that's happening right now.
Yeah.
So,
it's really sad to see what the heck happened go. I know he's been having a rough day.
yeah.
That could have been me.
Well,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. But
but that's a result. That's a big result.
yeah. What the Hell's still making prize money though, so
True.
he won't be walking away with nothing.
So we should expect to see Martin do pretty much what we've been seeing, covering the same tracks.
Yep.
We'll see Lost Woods. We'll see him pick up Nocturne and probably go into the well.
Yeah, I would assume so.
There's still a decision to be made whether you think it's going to be locked by fire, locked by, or just forgetting you don't have ZL. But we'll see.
You could make the argument that you go adult before going to the well just to get the ZL at Bolero, or at least assume that it's ZL at Bolero and then go to the well. But
I think you can argue it, but I think most people would probably just go into the well.
yeah,
They'll just go into
I
the
would think
well.
so.
They're like, what are the odds?
What are
It's
the
4
odds?
checks. You can see 2 of them, and then you see one is big, and you're like,
Well,
great.
of course.
Those are the odds.
Purple is going to be getting his strength here in just a few seconds. And Martin is going to be getting nothing off of his script because we saw it already.
Well,
yeah, they're just doing each other's checks right now. Not much to talk about.
you can get to dump your rupees. That's kind of nice.
Yeah. Who needs 200 rupees, right?
Yeah. So this is the point where we do get to see, is Purple going to go Southfield?
Yeah,
Well,
this is a big turning point. Does he go Zora's Domain, or does
So-
he go Southfield?
Just checking the Roger's letter check right now, it looks like. Seeing
a
it
piece of
said.
art.
And this is the
This is a domain
this is where
play.
we
I
see it.
think.
Is this dive through domain?
I think this is a domain play.
Is it? Okay. So we're going to see 2 checks, fresh checks. Unfortunately,
Fresh checks?
no letter right now, so Purple's going to have to figure that one out later.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens. Maybe there's just a field where they hear us somewhere.
You never know.
Maybe.
We can only hope that Martin, that,
For Purple's sake.
yeah,
Yeah.
for Purple's sake, there is a field away the hero.
I like memory game.
It's nice.
I don't think, like, even if it doesn't have anything, I don't think you're like, oh no. Because I think almost everyone does it.
Yeah.
So you're like,
I don't think you really skip memory game unless you're really gambling.
Well, there's a point, like, I don't know, it's maybe like a year ago, but there were some runners just skipping Lost Woods super early in not the same settings, but like similar ideas.
Yeah. It's not unheard of, but
It's not typical.
it's
but
also not usual. Yeah, yeah.
Just getting the flame storage.
Yep.
So this is something you'll see with a lot of runners as well, is doing both checks at the same time. If you use the cheeky little flame storage, get that set up, do the diving game, light the torches after.
Yeah.
Very, very nice, very clean.
Very efficient way to route Zora's Domain here.
That's very true. Is that to do with the Triforce splits? The skipping a check? Oh, is that the check that he said he skips every? Oh, okay. I was wondering that. I was wondering about that. If you didn't see it yesterday, Ela did a Triforce splits race.
Triforce
Like,
Splits showcase.
demonstration
Yeah.
showcase. Good stuff. So we got another result in here.
Oh, yep, we got another result. Another semifinalist confirmed. So I didn't see it again. So
I think I see it.
Sponge just beat Wayuso.
Oh,
So Sponge will
That's
be
my
moving
boy.
on to semifinals.
they're both
and-
my boys. I feel sad but happy at the same time.
Yeah.
So, Purple just saw a big chest on torches. So I imagine it's just checking diving
Yeah.
here and then dropping down to see what it is. You know? You see something here?
Yeah.
Hylian shield?
Right. He doesn't
Didn't
have to buy
buy
a
one.
Hylian
Didn't
shield.
buy one. Rewarded.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Until he goes DC
I did.
and gets a mirror shield anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
But we'll see if this is good. And
It's
it
a
is
bottle.
not. It's not good. They already have 3 bottles by now combined.
Yeah. I mean, more bottles, more ice cavern. I hate it, but it's there. You have to accept it. Yeah. I mean, at this point, what could Serenade have? We know ZL's like Bolero or Prelude.
Yep.
Burning Cack was
Nothing. Burning Cack was
an item. So then we've got Sunsong Grave.
We got Sun.
Oh, Composer Grave.
Sarios.
We've got Sarias.
We got Minuet and Serenade. All of which not really too useful,
Yeah.
but it's alright.
There's some nice things to be said there about some of the songs. It's not in a position where you would be like, I need to go ice just to get a song.
Yeah. You would go ice to get the checks and
Yeah.
the song.
Yeah. So we might not see Ice Rush. It depends at like how open we get in this second adult that Martin's going into now. Because we might see like...
And purple now.
Yeah, and purple as well. In fact, I think we're not actually going to get that just yet. Martin didn't go into the well. Purple's probably going to do a similar thing. It depends if ZL is on Bolero. If ZL's locked by fire, then we'll get more adult.
Yeah, so Martin didn't actually go into the well like we were saying. This is a viable option to see if ZL's here. It probably is, and it is.
There it is.
Yep.
Wow. Incredible.
Who would have
What
guessed?
insight. How did you manage that?
So now Martin is just going to 180 directly into the well.
Straight back.
Can't
do all
full
the
clear.
checks.
It's way the hero. Makes complete sense.
Very good.
PurpleRupees.
Gonna do the same thing I
Probably going
expect.
to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to ZL, go child, find out what the big chest is.
Yeah, so we're going to have a little mini race here to see who can clear the well first. But Purple's already
kind
done
of.
it.
Yeah,
basically,
Purple's
so-
done basically everything. It's just the big chest and the
And
dead
that
man.
is a Decker stick on top.
It is a
of
Decker
so.
stick. Cool. Cool.
So if Requiem is...
We're not getting... Okay, I take it back. Purple's
Okay.
checking fire.
Okay. This is a viable play as well.
To
You
see if
can
you're hammer
just
locked.
just do the first check and fire. Why
But it's Baron.
not? Never mind.
It's Baron.
That's true.
It's not really something you want to clear. I think, personally, if you get the ZL there, you're happy with that, and you kind of just leave it for now.
I think he just forgot that it's Baron.
I think, to be honest...
I think he just realized.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, so I think it's a little bit of nerves.
Yeah, definitely
you've
tournament nerves.
You've just played a race anyway, so it's back to back. You might have some seed bleed.
Yeah.
Might mix things up a little bit. And you're against Martin. Martin's scary. I don't know
Martin
about
is
you.
very scary.
Sometimes he just plays and you're like, oh, ugh.
Sometimes he
know.
just crushes everyone in a race, and you don't know why.
Pretty much.
That's definitely happened to me before when I was racing with him, and he just crushes it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, I thought I was playing good.
So we're seeing both runners here do Compose the Grave. This is like a neat one because obviously you can do it as both ages, and we're
Yep.
seeing the big difference here. You have the check in here as well of the torches.
Yep.
Which as a child you can get around the fact you need magic and dins or fire arrows. Adult, you just have to suck it up if you don't
Almost
have
gonna
it.
die here.
He's cutting it close,
Gonna get really close, but he's fine.
and it's dead.
Yep.
Oh well.
Well,
Good news for Roop. Yeah, good.
Martin's gonna
Rupees?
open the
Yeah, good.
chest to preserve the stick, and then
Get
he'll
some
be
hearts.
Going to, of course.
Yeah, he's doing it for hearts. He's not doing it for the stick.
Who
He
needs
could
a
just
stick?
he could just sit there and press A.
Well, it's faster to open the
Yeah.
chest because you might get something like a heart piece to refill your hearts.
Yeah, that's true. If you're just standing around anyway, may as well. 32 chews. That's like a. That's a
That is a lot of chews, considering they already spent like 8
That's
chews.
another big rating. 509 viewers from the main channel.
Wow,
Welcome.
SpeedGaming main.
Welcome.
Welcome,
We're
guys,
in-
to SpeedGaming 4. This is a quarterfinals match in the Ocarina of Time Randomizer tournament here at SpeedGaming Live. The winner of this will go on to play Kevin.
A18.
Yep, Kevin 818.
That's the one.
That is the one.
That's already decided. We have another semi-finalist also decided on the other side of the bracket.
Yep.
But we're fairly early in the seed, I would say. About
Yeah.
40 odd minutes in.
Anything can happen still.
There is a lot to do still, for sure.
Contrary to A Link to the Past, where by this point you only need one more item to beat the game.
Yeah.
We still need a lot of items.
Honestly, I think this weekend it's been so much just you start racing and then like you see someone start playing Link to the Past next to you like an hour later and then they're done before you are, and you're like, ah,
yeah, it's classic Link to the Past.
jeez.
Done in an hour and a half. But yeah, Martin is going into the well here. He's going to full clear the well.
Yeah, and it looks like PurpleRupees is moving towards DC. So we'll probably see them both clearing more or less the same stuff we've already seen.
Yeah, Martin going to be a little more thorough here because he has ZL and can do the big chest.
The big chest, yeah. As well as the 2 checks we didn't see.
Yes.
Which, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be real with you. I did not see how many keys were there.
I didn't either. All I know is that Purple had 1 key to get to the back.
You only pick one up. You see the others and you're
Exactly.
like, I don't need these. So
I was not paying enough attention.
yeah.
But we'll see it on Martin's screen here because we know everything in DC, so
It's true.
we can see how many small keys we have. Martin getting another stick here. Always a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to do Jabu later in the seed. Usually you want to go in there with at least 5 sticks.
Okay, so there's a bomb lock key there, so that
The sling in
big
there is
chest in
bomb
the back
locked.
is bomb locked.
Yeah. Okay.
So both slingshots so far are bomb locked. The one in DC is bomb locked or hammer locked, and the one in the well is just bomb locked.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, bombs are not in logic because we've only seen one wallet,
Only have one wallet.
so we can't melt King Zoro with buying Blue Fire. And we also the letter was bomb locked, so we can't get the letter without getting bombs first to then hand it in to go into Wise Cave and get Blue Fire and da 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 da. Bob's your uncle. Yeah, the letter was bomb locked, unfortunately.
Yep.
I say unfortunately. I feel like everything's bomb locked in the game usually.
In the seed, it feels like everything was bomb locked, honestly.
I mean, it's not uncommon. Bombs lock a lot in this game.
Yeah. I feel like in the seed, bombs are going to be really late.
This is probably the way the hero.
Oh,
Hook shot. That's big.
That is definitely
So that's the L locked.
probably way the hero.
That's the L locked.
It is.
Requiem into Bolero into hook
Requiem
shot.
into Bolero to hook shot. That's
So
our chain.
that kind of further reinforces this idea. You need the hook to get like 30 skills for your hovers or like get your long shot anyway. So
we might not need long shot.
No, we
just
don't
might
need
it
that
for spirit key logic.
No, that's just logic for getting Requiem. For why it's way the hero.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really good at talking about why we need stuff or why something says it's required, not whether we actually need it.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, this is why. It's like
Martin doing a cool broken stick setup here. I've only seen that a couple of times, but yeah, you can get broken stick before coming into the room. You don't have to open the chest in the back. And when the chest in the back is a big chest, it's just more of a hassle to do broken stick. So
it also means that if you come in here later and you know that there's like a key in here, and it's your last 2 checks or what have you, you kill a dead hand and that's a check, then you know you don't need to open this invisible chest as well.
yeah.
So there's like a number of good reasons to do that if you know how to do it. I don't.
Speaking of keys and invisible chest, there you go.
There you go.
So slingshot in here, ultra zeal locked.
Honestly, we didn't see much in the well for Way of the Hero well.
No, we just got the hook shot.
The hook shot's
and
big.
The slingshot, but
Probably just the hook.
99% is the hook shot way of the hero.
But like, I feel like when you get like a Way of the Hero well, you're usually expecting a couple items. Usually.
Yeah, I mean, well is very dense.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're expecting at least 2 items when you have a way of the hero well, but not all the time it plays out like
yeah, it's not guaranteed. Absolutely not.
that. Martin's gonna think that it might pay out like that, but he's just gonna get a slingshot, and he might be happy about this because he's coming to away the slingshot in DC, so
that's true.
he won't have to go back to DC for any reason.
I don't think we'll see him check the target in the woods anytime soon with it, but it's nice to have.
Yeah, I would assume he just goes straight back adult. He has
A
bow
hook.
hook shot strength. He can do force.
He can do Forest. Forest is required.
Forest
That's a
is
whole
required.
15 minutes of fun. 14 minutes, depending on how... It's like 13 to like 16 minutes, depending on
Yeah.
how much you kill it.
Yeah. Martin's going to see a small chest in the basement here and warp away to somewhere. I don't know. Oh.
Here you go.
Yep.
So this is almost definitely a forest play.
Yeah.
Like you spawn in Kikiri shop, so
Yeah.
you can get that card quickly.
Easy access to Forest Temple, even without Minuet.
So yeah, it's pretty much what we're going to see from Martin's end. It's going to be interesting to see what Purple does next, whether he goes back to the well.
He does have ZL, so he can go back for that big chest. And getting that slingshot in DC, even though it's bomb lock, will probably get his brain thinking like, this slingshot in well is probably not it. I probably have to go back.
For sure.
So
Okay,
Martin is not going to save ward, but it's fine. He could do a few checks on the way
Yeah.
by doing Bolero.
Yeah, we've not seen Goron City yet.
We haven't seen Gormwood City. We haven't seen Crater. We haven't seen Upper Trail, but we got a lot of hints here too.
That's true. Do you think he's going to go over the top or just go straight into Goron City? Answered before you could.
Answer before I can comprehend what you asked me.
It is Goron City foolish as well. We're great
Yeah,
at
it
this.
is.
It's to be fair, without having like something.
We don't
in
have a
front
hint
of
sheet.
it.
Just so
we
you
just
know.
gotta go by brain.
And everything is happening so fast.
Yeah, I'm used to
Two
just
of
having
them
like
and they're well,
Yeah.
I guess there's two of us, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like, I'm used to having just like a notepad.
yeah.
It's like bam, bam, bam.
Boom, boom,
That's
boom.
that's what I've seen.
And I mean, it's a
sometimes I
lot
play it wrong.
easier when you're racing yourself because
That's true.
you're a lot more focused on playing the seed and not talking about the seed.
Yeah.
Oh, Crater has a big chest here.
What are we getting? What are we getting?
And strength 2.
Ooh,
That is required.
nice. Nice.
So, they might be boomerang magic lights for go.
yeah. I don't want to say it. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. No, we're not going there. But yeah, boomerang magic lights.
Boomerang magic lights at the least.
But that's a bad sign for Purple, because
That is a very bad
he
sign.
already has to figure out. He already has to go to Southern.
He has to go back to the
Grotto?
well. He has to go to Remote Grotto
At
in
some
Hyrule
point.
Field. Yep.
And now it's like you still also have to hunt for this other stuff that Martin's going to be looking for.
And create away the hero. Okay.
Okay, so
Sure.
you're never
It
getting
can't be
that before
ZL,
you get
so it is the strength, but
it. You get the strength, and then you find out it's way the hero. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
It's just how Rando works.
That's just how it works sometimes. Alright, Martin's gonna check the fairy fountain up here, check another hint, and then probably just head to Forest Temple, I'd say.
I would think so. Very neat. Very neat execution.
Yeah,
Like stabbing the bomb chew explodes it.
that's always fun.
You'll usually just see people do the backflip with the bomb chew or like not the bomb chew. And then he just like fails Zelda's lullaby like 5 times.
So, this is interesting from Purple.
Yeah, we're seeing ice.
We're seeing an Ice Cavern play.
Seeing-
It's a play.
It's a play.
Bottom of the well is still way the hero. There is still a big chest that he knows about, so I'm not sure I agree with this.
You're gonna
entirely,
I
but
feel like you kind of have to push to that big chest sooner or later in
Yeah.
Bottom of the Well. You have to buy the bully eventually. The well's only not the well, the ice cavern. Ice cavern's only gonna give you Sun's Minuet or Serenade now.
yeah.
It's
I feel like this might be a, well, Martin is favored to win, so I gotta do
Something.
something to try and get an edge. So this might be that, but
Also-
this might be just you rush Ice Cavern because
Yeah.
it's good to rush Ice Cavern when King's
There's
Roar
quite-
Skip is allowed.
there's quite a lot of checks there. To be fair, there's quite a good number of checks. It's quite quick. You get the song out of it. The song can help you with routing. But like, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Purple is missing the letter.
Yeah,
But
this is
you're
what
not
I
gonna find that, but you're gonna get the other items.
yeah,
fine.
exactly. Like I'm not a huge fan of doing King's Roar Skip when letter could reasonably be my go mode item. Just
I've definitely been burned by that this weekend at
Yeah.
some point. I've definitely had letter go mode after doing ice at like 40 minutes.
Martin is forgetting that we have free Scarecrow, so he's doing the jump again.
I think a lot of runners have done that. Honestly, one of the first things Kevin said to me after our race this morning was, I forgot about the Scarecrow. I didn't think that was a thing. It's like, yeah,
All
it's
you have
that.
to do is press D-pad down. But yeah, PurpleRupees doing a skip that we just reminisced about it this last night. It's 2 years old at this point, pretty much.
Damn.
It's been a while. I didn't even realize it was that long since it's been discovered, but
Was it allowed for Season 4?
no.
Yeah, because it was discovered just before it, right? Yeah, so we've only really had one major tournament on like the solo speedruns end that was
Yeah, Scene 5.
it was allowed.
And now Season 6 will not allow it because it was just broken.
We've
Way
had
too
2
broken.
SGLs, and to be fair, it is really good in these settings.
It is extremely good, and
Like-
this is probably part of the reason why Purple is here right now.
Yeah, you're looking at it, as a trick, it just allows you to get in here without handing the letter in first. Means you don't need the letter, even if you have the letter. Handing in the letter takes a while.
It does.
That's
It
like another
takes
like 5 minutes,
at least, yeah.
depending on like songs and things like that.
And
but,
then
like,
if you don't have Serenade or Scale, you have to climb the entire river.
and that just sucks.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. So when you're wanting to go like really fast, which SGL settings kind of do.
Yeah.
It's like you're
I
looking
mean, you
at
always want to go really fast.
yeah, but like SGL settings, you're looking at like the seeds probably go from like 1:30 to like 3 hours. And if it goes to like 3 hours, you're like, this sucks.
Yeah, you're like,
Usually
should've gone
around
high
low
sooner
2.
to get that minuet for ease of warping. But yeah, we're seeing new checks from both of our runners. Martin in Forest Temple and PurpleRupees in Ice Cavern.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, Forest, there's not really much to say. It plays almost the same all the time,
Pretty much.
which I honestly really like. I actually like Forest.
Oh yeah?
I like Forest Temple. Everyone goes on about how boring it is. I like Forest Temple. Like, I mean, you go in, you know what you're gonna do. You can just stop thinking about the game. No, sorry, you can stop thinking about what you're doing. You're playing it. You just do it, and then you're thinking about what you're doing next. You're thinking about
Yeah.
everything else while you're doing it.
It's a nice break for your brain.
Yeah, it's great to
Kinda.
just like to sort all the information out, especially if it's been a
Kinda
very
tune
quick
out the
scene.
execution. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's already like your fingers are
It's
used.
it's pretty straightforward. It's very muscle memory as far
You
as.
tell your fingers you're in Forest Temple, they know what to do.
And then you die in Forest, and you're like, maybe I should have paid more attention. I do it a lot. I've done it a lot. But yeah, like I think it's a really good dungeon for like, especially when you get like a lot of items in quickly. It helps you kind of go, okay, what do I want to do with this?
Yeah.
And then while you're just like hookshotting around, shooting stuff.
By the way, Quarrel in chat saying that from Prelude, both ways, it's 7 minutes to turn in a letter.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
true.
a long
I can
time.
confirm
That is
he
pretty
timed-
much an entire GT.
He timed it while making a meme. He made a meme about it, about how long it takes to do it. So
I did see that meme.
yeah,
Now that you
there
say,
you go.
I did see that.
It's a good meme. It's a good meme.
It's a
I like
good
it. Like I don't necessarily agree with the message of it, but I think it's a good meme.
It's all in fun.
Yeah.
Fun and games
Yeah, for sure.
about a game.
So not much in ice just yet. This is like the big
that's
room.
a big chest. In
Big chest from
Forest Temple.
Martin.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So no checks in purple side in
No.
like the most dense bit of ice, which is kind of sad.
For his win, good to have.
If you get magic.
If we get magic, ever. And in this, it's usually either you get Feroid's win and you don't get magic, or you get magic and you don't get Feroid's win. It's like the
I like
seed never
starting-
likes to give you both.
I actually like starting with lens, things like that, just because it means you don't have to like find them. You just need to find the magic.
Yeah, and that's a bomb.
That's a bomb back. That's
That is
in
hookshot
logic,
locked.
right? That's in logic, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
locked
that's
by
all.
hookshot, which just further explains the Requiem Way the hero.
Yeah, for sure. Martin's having a nice time with the vines. Just thought I'd say that.
Yeah,
He's
he's having fun. You gotta have a little fun when
Yeah.
you're in Forest Temple, right?
yeah. What do you mean? It's all fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PurpleRupees trying to get the jump from the box here. Not box, the platform, I guess.
I think
you
it
could
was
call
yeah. I think that was like trying to get onto the little platform and just miss it, just like sliding off.
Yeah.
I actually
I've
don't.
never done this jump, so I don't know how hard it is.
Same. I was gonna ask, do you know how like down purple is with like glitchless jumps in ice? I personally
no
don't.
idea.
Because that's obviously like a very handy way to go about this room in Ice Cavern if you don't have bombs. So obviously with bombs you can just grand jump to the bits that you kind of want to get to. But
it looks like purple knows like the all the jumps that I don't know. So
yeah, was that the
that was
ESS
a C up setup.
It's basically the same as ESSing to do the little side hop flip. I do the one where you just side hop really fast.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's 4 side hops left and then hold up right-ish.
Yeah.
You should get it.
Just getting rid of the platform to shift it over, I guess.
Yeah, he's just going to push it the normal way. I don't blame him. I don't want him to waste any more time on trying to get a glitchless stone.
Yeah, I would assume, based on this, not too comfortable with at least with the starting glitchless jump. Because
no bombs.
I know a lot of people find that quite tricky, the first one. I actually find like the normal last one the worst, I think. It's glitchless jumps.
Yeah.
They're there. They're cool.
They're just stuff that everyone needs to practice.
They make a difference.
They do.
At this stage, but there are still. I mean, there's plenty of well-known runners that still aren't super familiar with them.
Yeah.
Riley 2W69T. I'm calling him out. Doesn't know glitchless ice jump. Well, actually does, but just doesn't do them.
Wow.
You know.
Imagine that.
Wow, you know. Everyone's got to have their own thing, right?
Yeah. And Riley's thing is not knowing glitchless stones, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, well, we're not seeing much more from Forest Sample on Martin's side.
Yeah, so
just the Furry's Wind and
at this stage he's had 3 small keys. So he's still got 2 more. But usually Forest does that thing where you either get like a bunch of checks right at the start or like in the early-ish area, and then you just get keys for a while.
Yeah.
And then you've just got those last few checks where it sort of picks up again. Ooh.
Oh, we get a big chest at the end of Ice.
Rush ice.
Rush ice.
And you just jump over the giant fish.
Though it is important. It is hilarious. So
that's like the third. That's like the third light arrows in Ice Cavern I've seen this weekend.
Really?
2 were mine.
Oh well.
But
and this is the third.
Yeah, do ice is required. Light arrows.
I guess so. Yeah. So PurpleRupees paid out for going to Ice Cavern.
And Sun's Song. So that only locks the Sun's Grave, which we got a hint for, which was dead, which is kind of sad.
Wasn't King Zora hinted dead as well?
King Zora was bomb bag.
Oh right.
Come on, Mario.
That's why Purple is
Come on.
here. He wants the bomb.
He wants the bomb bag, right?
Oh, that makes. Yeah, that makes sense.
But he
they
skipped.
do have 30 chips.
But he skipped. So if he wants the bomb bag, he's got to play Bolero and go around.
Right.
Because you can't walk for him. That's not.
Nope.
That's
not
a no-no.
legal.
That's a no-no.
Not legal.
Some people have done that in races. We will not name the names, but they said it was an accident. So
I hope Purple doesn't do it, so that we have to run up there and tell them that you can't do it.
Yeah, I would hate to just go up and go. That's
okay. Well,
that's illegal.
Purple realized at least.
Yeah, that's good. Good.
Good.
No awkward moments here, other than what we say.
The only awkward stuff is what we say. Exactly.
The awkward silence when we say, "Oh, why are they in lake?" and everyone goes, "It's Way of the Hero."
Don't mind us. We're just 2 runners. You know.
I mean, even when I'm running, sometimes you'll have like a sometimes hint or like a Baron hint. You go somewhere, you do a check, and you're like, "Wow, that was dead," and then you're like, "Wait,
Oh wait, I knew it was dead.
Yeah, I knew this."
I already got this in.
Like, don't tell Sponge, but we had an exact situation for that. And oh, never mind. Silly story waits, long shot.
Silly story waits, long shot now. Long shot, hook shot locked. So again, crossing locked by everything.
Just more of that. That's probably not required, but it could be interesting. Did you say tell a story? Oh, so I was looking for my last item. He knows this. I went into Goron City, and that's where the letter was. But while doing it, I did Darunia, and I knew that I got Cyrus song from Ice Cavern, so it couldn't have the letter because I needed the letter logically to get the song to play it.
Yeah.
I just played it to him. And then I still won the race. I don't know how that happened. Well, I know how that happened, but we don't talk about it.
Well, we'll just, yeah.
That's a really bad pun,
good
Johnny.
story.
I'm just going to say that. That's a really bad pun. I appreciate it, but, you know. Yeah, I think there's like a little bit of multi-word bleed there. I'm just like, Darunia? I'm there.
You gotta do your boy.
Yeah. Clean.
More forest. And Purple did choose to come all the way back to King's Roar for the bomb bag. Gonna be kind of sad when he gets the bomb bag in Forest Temple, but
at this point as well, you have that many choose. I don't know too much about how worth that bomb bag is.
yeah.
Like you've already got the light arrows from Ice Cavern. I guess it's like more comfortable. I guess it's more comfortable.
Yeah.
You can kind of just throw your choose away now.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's more of a
That's
comfort
fair.
thing, and
I can respect it.
yeah, it's an option. It's not a terrible option because now you have a bomb bag.
Yeah.
It's not like
And
he
I can
knows
grab
that
some.
there's a bomb bag in Forest just waiting
That's
for
also
him.
true.
But
So we're gonna see.
he's gonna finish up the Colossus Way of the Hero here and see if it's just Bolero or if there's something here. Like
At this point,
Boomerang
I mean, Bolero is Way of the Hero. We know that.
yeah, it's
But, like,
confirmed Way of the Hero.
There could still be something here, but I would expect not.
Okay, well,
I take
you're
that
wrong.
back.
You're wrong. Stop talking.
Wait.
Brian.
We have something for this. That's why I'm not in bracket anything.
But
Reads card, sweats profusely.
are you gonna get a chest backflip from Martin? No. Oh.
So that's 2 items we're missing now.
We're missing.
No, we're not 2.
We
One.
have light arrows.
Boomerang.
Boomerang is
So-
go mode.
They're both missing. Oh, wait. Purple's missing
Purple is missing hookshot
hookshot and boomerang.
and boomerang. Yep.
And then
And
Martin's missing boomerang and magic and lights.
Yeah.
So, as the situation, it all hinges on the boomerang right now. That said, the longer Purple puts off going to the well, I think,
And the letter.
and the letter. Well, the letter aside, the longer Purple puts off the well, the longer he can't do forest.
Exactly.
It like extend. I would say that
And-
typically extends the gap. We already know what the second hookshot is. It can't
Yeah.
just be like in GTG now.
He's not gonna get another hookshot and be bailed out.
Yeah. So it's
Unfortunately.
it's not a good spot. It's not a good spot. It's not over. It's not over.
Yeah.
It's
never over.
It's not great. It's never over. It's never over until the
Boomerang could
Pig is
be
stabbed.
in deep shadow.
yeah. I
You
mean,
never know.
we said it when we saw the layout. Shadow Light Medallion.
Hate
Big
it.
big poo poo.
No, big no.
You want to go in there. It's good. It's a good dungeon.
That is a setup for reverse that I have not seen before. That's cool.
You see something new every day. Everyone has their own little things,
I've seen
right?
so many new things today.
Everyone has their own little things, and like when you're just playing, you just assume everyone does what you do.
Yeah.
And then you see someone else do it, and you go,
else.
hang on.
Wait a minute.
So we're going to see hammer rocks here.
Yep.
Probably not anything, but I've been wrong before.
Yep, small chest.
Okay. I do know. Well, I can't say that means I know anything. It's like, hey, there's like 200 and something checks. You have so many major items. Odds are it's not something, right?
Yeah, so Purple obviously here to make the GTG play. Martin has a pretty straightforward game right now. Oh, that was interesting.
That's a good point actually from the chat about the 30 skull hovers. If we need to do shadow, but also you were saying that Martin normally doesn't collect skulls. Do you remember he was collecting them?
He's been collecting.
Was that before he got the hint?
Yeah.
They've got about 5 or 6 skulls each.
Yeah, Martin has been collecting, and I think that's
I don't know.
because
When you say he's collecting and it's like an hour in, they only have like 5 or 6. That's
Okay, well, for Martin, that's a lot.
okay. I'm judging as a skull collector. I'm judging. But it's
Yeah.
forest. There's 5. You pick up 5. You're
he's
like
gonna
30
get one here?
skulls. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah, we're seeing it. I think at this point you hedge your bets,
6.
right?
Okay. Well,
Mario, I'm from Martin's side. You gotta like assume you're in a good spot.
yeah.
So you're like, I
So
think
you're gonna get
You
skulls.
can afford to get the skulls because you're
Be
like,
a little more thorough.
you keep the shadow open if you get there. If you just
Yeah.
get the boomerang on the way, and then like magic, you're chilling.
Yeah. Like, you got the letter in Remote Grotto, you gotta be like, oh, this is in a bad check that purple can easily miss.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, as you've seen, it's like, sure, he rooted in by going Valley Lake into the forest, but if you don't do that, you just have to say, I'm doing Southfield.
Yeah. And
If you don't do Southfield, you just, that's it.
Yeah.
It does also mean if he is playing a bit more thorough, we might see him full clear his way the heroes. Because, you know, there's a lot of people that just say, just full clear your way the heroes. I'm not saying that's what you should do all the time, but if you feel ahead, that's perfectly
It's not
reasonable.
bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
So we might see that magic picked up on his end before too long.
Yep. Okay, we're not going to see a fast Phantom getting killed because he is over the wrong post. And I'm not sure if Martin knows it anyway, so.
Actually, for someone that likes Forest so much, I don't know the great thing. I just accidentally hit him sometimes, and then I get really confused. So we're seeing HBA from Purple.
Yep.
You know, 2 checks.
2 checks.
2 checks. It's a good bit to show off your skill.
Yeah.
You know?
Just get a
When
casual
it's like,
2000.
I mean,
possible.
I say show off your skill. A lot of people just go, hey, look at me. I have an ESS adapter. Look at me, like, holding it in place.
Calling me out here.
Yeah. Yeah, I am. We do
Uh,
also see people, some people do this. I think
Yep.
Martin does
Shoot
it
the
as well.
pots. Yeah, he does.
I saw Martin do it the other day. You shoot the pods first and then try and get to the 1500.
I think he needs to get 300s here. Yeah, that's not going to
He
be
should
50.
be okay. Ooh.
No, he's one short.
Can I just not read? I looked at the number and I was like, this should be fine.
I think you can't read.
I think I can't read.
It's alright. It's hard. Reading is hard.
Skill issue.
Oh, no, we have now 2 Kokiri Emeralds on Martin's side.
So yeah, we're
Never mind.
seeing Martin go into Spirit here because he can clear it.
Yep.
No
Perfectly
magic,
reasonable
but
play.
like, well, I say he can clear it. He can like most likely clear it. We know Child isn't required. She doesn't need to go back to do that.
I mean, if you do bow crap, then you can definitely clear it, so.
You can do bow crap. Do you know if he does that? Does he regularly do that? I say regularly. It's not like it comes up
I
regularly,
mean,
but
if you don't get the boss key, you're kind of forced to.
yeah, that's true. You don't want to go Child just to go up
You
and
definitely
do the
don't
magic
wanna go
checks
Child just
because you
to
know
do
it's
that.
dead.
That would be way slower than just pushing an Armel statue up 2 flights of stairs.
That would be way slower than just pushing it almost for 2 minutes. Hell yeah.
Alright, nothing on HBA, unfortunately. So we're going to see a dip into GTG here on purple side. And Martin's just going to clear Spirit, because he can.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if after Martin clears Spirit, he'll then reverse through Wasteland like Purple did to GTG.
Yeah.
Be in a bit of a better spot for it because he's got
Yeah,
Step 2,
Step 2.
he's got the hook shot,
Yeah.
so you don't need to do funky hook shotless strats.
And 2
And get the magic on the way.
Yeah.
So
Get
if
some
the
magic on
boomerang's
the
in here, if you want Purple to win here, you're hoping that the boomerang's not here.
You're hoping the boomerang is anywhere else.
You want it to be like,
Preferably in Deep Shadow.
maybe. Yeah, it can't be in fire, so the only other option is like water?
Water? Yeah, water sucks.
Water. Trying really hard not to just,
Water.
I'm really, really hard trying to just say the T.
I mean,
It's Water Temple.
you're from Canada.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm from Canada now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
Okay.
I'll stop. I'll stop.
Okay. That is no mode
That's
for us.
well, Hey, it wasn't in GTG.
It was just even closer.
So I guess we're gonna see. What we're gonna see here is. Oh, actually, this might be weird.
This is interesting because if Martin doesn't go to the Desert Colossus Fair, he won't get the magic.
I think. Okay, here's what I think is gonna happen on Martin's end.
Okay.
He does Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
He immediately walks away. He does Jabu.
Yeah.
Then he's like, "What do I do next? I go GTG."
No, he gets a hint.
No, but oh yeah, he can do that because
He gets
he
the light
doesn't
arrow
need the
hint,
magic.
and then goes ice.
And then goes ice and gets that. And then he's like, now I need to find a magic.
Yeah.
I go
Now
GTG.
And then he gets the
it's
magic
like-
on the way.
But maybe not because he has opponents. He might want to do. Did he do
forwards.
Did he do Boulder of Destiny? Did he do the top field
Chat?
checks? I'm not gonna lie. We've seen so many items. He's just it's Martin. He's like, vroom. So I'm like, I already have forgotten what he did at the start. He did
for
go
all
Valley
we know.
Lake.
For all we know, there could just be another magic in here.
He did Southfield. I just don't remember if he did the top side. He got. I remember him getting the letter. I mean, he has the letter, so that helps. But like, did he just go straight from Lon into? We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And
He's had it in big pose, I guess. So that's less incentive to go from the front.
I guess. Yeah. Then
Yeah,
you only
you're
have
right.
Tektite Grotto if you got the 8 Boulder of Destiny. But to point out Yoshi in chat, like, do you bother getting the light arrow
When
hint
still
when
missing
you're
magic?
missing magic? I think you do.
Yeah, because what you could
you
do.
could get magic in validation.
It's
easy.
I mean, so it works both ways, right?
Yeah.
You could find lights on the way to magic. You could find magic on the way to lights. You could get the hint, it goes, go here, and then you find magic there too, and you're like, oh, I'm chilling. I'm done.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess there's more of an incentive to look for magic first, since you do have Ferroy's Wind. So once you get magic, you just book it to Ganon's, and you can set Ferroy's Wind there and come back with lights.
Yeah, and as it's been pointed out, Hover's dead. Collecting skulls is bad, apparently.
Yeah,
Who
I
knew?
guess
Going to Shadow Temple.
Martin was right
No.
all along to not collect skulls ever.
Apart from the seed where he did start. I mean, to be fair, you have to. If you see a hint that tells you there's an item there, you kind of have to go for it usually. Unless it's like a wallet.
This was the strat that Martin was talking to me about earlier, that without hover boots, you still do the...
That's not the strat. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
It was almost
This
there.
is basically the hover boot strat, but without hover boots.
Okay, so we got another result in. Mr. Don't Do Glitches Jumps in Ice, Riley 2W69T is beating Just Sam.
Wow.
So that's a
VC advantage.
That's a Sponge Riley semifinals. That's exciting. That's exciting.
That is a big
I really hope
finals.
I really hope Namaha can make it.
Battle
You know?
between the Richards.
Also, we're just a little bit brutal right now because Martin's just like crushing this seed. So you just gotta pick holes where you can. And we
Yeah,
both got
I mean-
knocked out, so it's just like a little bit of bitterness, you know? You're like, he does this,
Nah.
he does this, and still smacks the seed?
To,
What is
to
this?
be fair, to anyone who doesn't know, Martin is my co-op partner for the past 2 co-op
Very
seasons.
true.
So
I've just had a very nice time talking to him this weekend.
I'm just, I'm allowed to, mess around with him. A little
Yeah,
bit.
that's true. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah. You're just tagging along in
Like,
the passenger seat.
I will flame people a little bit, but like, not as much as I flame myself, so it's fine. Right? That's how it works.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I wasn't paying attention. Did we get Bosky yet?
Sorry, we missed like 3 checks in between because of the result, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's Riley's fault.
That's not good.
It's not good, but it's I mean give anything for purple right now.
Given how far ahead Martin is right now, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Of course,
feel
he
bad
doesn't,
about
he
it.
doesn't know that. He
Yeah.
thinks he's like shaking in his boots, dying right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Because for all he knows, this is a jet seat. And there's a big chest in the GG.
Yeah, for all he knows, purple is like getting the light arrow hint right now.
Yeah. Anything can happen. You never know in SGL.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't say the J word. I just did.
The what? Jet. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was like, literally like 30 minutes ago, I was like, I don't want to say it. At this point, I think we're okay.
Hey, there's our wallet for the bump back.
I think we're safe. So like, obviously there's still quite a bit for Martin to do.
Yeah.
I assume he didn't get the boss key yet because he has 3 small keys and is going this way.
And is going back.
So I assume he's not got the boss key.
That
Wow,
or
so
he
smart.
really doesn't want to orphan when facing against PurpleRupees.
He could come back. And do it later, you know?
Of course.
It wouldn't like line up with how he's been playing, I think. Playing it extra
a
safe.
bit safer. But he gets it now. It's fine.
Hitboxes are really cool.
Yeah.
You know that?
Just, you know, crouch down in front of a big iron guy in his
Swings
left
his
knee
axe and it's like on top of you and you're like
just
just
a little
stand
bit
in the gap. Oh.
Speaking of, yeah, there's the boss key and there's ice arrows, so pretty useless there.
Look, blue light arrows.
Blue fire arrows?
Could you like, I mean, I know the answer. I just want to say something really silly. You could, you know, you could use those as a substitute, maybe?
Well,
You can't. Disclaimer.
if Ganon was
That's
made out of fire, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Or like if Ganon was Bongo. Maybe? I don't know.
Purple is going for a dive. This might be good
Splash.
for him. This might be a South Hyrule field play.
Yeah, this is a good chance for him to get that letter.
Yeah. If it's not now, if
If it's
never.
not now, it's never. But there's still a
So-
long way to go. He's still got to.
And he still doesn't have a hook shot.
He's still got to. Oh, that's a point. Actually, I was saying all this about. Oh, he'll do spirit. Did I mention the bit where he has to do Jabu as well, Martin? I don't
Yeah.
even remember. My brain's just gone.
Yeah.
See, too fast.
Yeah, he beats Spirit, he warps away, he does Jabu, and
Yeah.
he gets a lighter in.
So we're seeing Purple dive here. I guess I was forgetting to do it on the child side, or forgetting
Yeah.
you can do it as a child, which is fair. It doesn't come up often at
Yeah.
all.
Like you get Gold Scale as adult in the vanilla game, and you just go right to the ladder.
Yeah. So
yeah.
unfortunate to see.
Yeah.
Unfortunate to see.
Oh.
It's still doable.
It is. But now it just got a lot harder.
You just gotta bite the bullet, get that Southern Grotto. You've gotta go to the well, get your hook shot. Then you gotta do 15-minute dungeon. Then you gotta go spirit.
10-minute dungeon.
You have to get the strength too. That was in forest, right?
That wasn't forest.
Yeah. You have to do forest. Then you have to go into spirit. Good dungeon. Get your boomerang. Go Jabu. At that point, you already have your magic and lights.
That was a cool strat from Martin. I'm sorry to cut you off, but he just crouch stab and hit the switch. Like that. That was
I'm gonna have to
sick.
like rewatch that to just compress, like parse what happened, because I'm just like, yeah, like
That was sick.
I want to watch that back because that's cool. Watch it back, learn
Again,
it,
you learn
digest
something
it.
new every day.
Hey, I learned the other day you can press A near a ledge and climb. I'm saying it because there's got to be other people out there that didn't know.
Now everyone in chat knows. If
I'm
you're
a
next to
clown?
ledge,
Yeah.
press A. You can climb it faster.
Yeah.
Okay, but purple is
Going the well.
turning into night.
Skulls.
Skulls.
Yeah, it's in Kakariko, so you don't get the time of day for Dampe. Skulls.
But he is gonna go into the well and get his hook shot.
I
here
would
soon.
expect so. I really hope so.
If he doesn't, then I'm shocked.
It might, if he doesn't, might have forgotten about
The big chest.
the big chest.
Yeah.
Which could be, at that point,
Really
that's
bad.
like that's crippling. That's like damning.
Pretty much game ending, but you never know.
Between that and the letter, like you're. So yeah, obviously we're hoping to see that hook
Yeah.
shot come out.
And he's just gonna get all the Nightcack skulls here. Get 10. Hope that 10 is something.
And then for an interesting race, we're hoping Martin just doesn't do Colossus.
Yeah. Colossus is
That
way the
was-
hero, so there is a good incentive to do Colossus.
Twin
but
Rover, being Twin Rover. if anyone caught the last race, there was a question, does anyone like Twin Rover? I was in the back and I went like this. I raised my hand. I was like, yup, that's me.
Love Twin Rover.
Huh? Yeah, no, I love it. Twin Rover's cool. It's nice. Well, it's not nice, but you know. I just have a lot of bad opinions, apparently. I'm just like, Forest? Good.
It's okay, we all do.
Twin Rover? Good.
I don't
was
like high.
No? You don't? Excuse
That's
me?
a bad opinion.
Yeah.
I like high or cake.
Yeah, I take it back. So you're way worse than I am. Mine are just about Ocarina of Time.
Well, I probably have bad opinions about Ocarina of Time too.
Hell. So Tentacle's nothing.
No.
We already know where pretty much all our items are, but there's some things that could come up. There's like items like hammer. There's magic, second magic.
Yeah, we don't know where second magic is.
Like
if,
that.
If that's just on the way to climbing, then Martin has just jetted through this extremely fast. Well, he still has to go to Ice Cavern, but he will get the blue fire from Water Trial.
That's true. Speed himself up a little bit.
Yeah.
Still got a little bit to go though. Got this. Gotta go make your way back to Jabu.
Yep.
Jabu.
Zabu.
And that's like another like 10 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Getting there and then doing it.
Martin's got about 10 minutes going child, Jabu going back adult, and then like a 3-minute climb to get a hint,
And at the moment, obviously, you're talking about...
and then a 6-minute ice cavern.
So, okay, the water is going down. For a minute there, I thought Purple had gone to the chest.
Oh, and
To double check, that was big. Yeah, there we go. There's
there's
the
a hookshot. Right, so
purple nodding. Just
Yep.
like, yep, that's way the hero.
Like-
That's required.
Yep. It was a big chest, yeah.
That's gotta feel bad at this time, right?
Yeah. You're an hour and a half in, and there's your first hookshot. Just chilling in the
Especially when like you've done all this stuff, you've gone to GTG and this that, and you could have come back after you got the ZL.
well. Yeah. You could have just went straight back to the well.
I kind of get it. Like, I would have gone back to the well myself in that situation because it's way the hero. But I
Yeah.
can kind of get going like, oh, maybe it's just like a bomb bag.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Maybe.
Purple has a bomb bag, but like by going through
It's
into
not in
ice and
logic.
then burning and stuff. So
Yeah.
at this point,
He could have been banking on
Yeah.
logical bomb bag just
Yeah.
being in the well, and it could have happened.
yeah, unfortunately
Easily.
not the case. But I can kind of see it.
Yeah. A bit too early on the jump slash there for Dead Hand. But Martin does not have Serenade,
Gonna do the nice
So-
old walk.
and his save warp is long range, so it doesn't help him much because he can't get to Forest easily to take the shortcut. So he's just gonna walk the river.
Sometimes you just have to make that journey, and it sucks. It really sucks. But sometimes you just gotta go.
Yeah.
You just gotta run and run the entire time and be like,
Run with the
well,
wind.
in these kind of scenarios where you can like see the other runner across the room, you're kind of like running up the river and you're like, oh, just like peeking over the top. Are they done yet? They done yet?
And to answer your question from way earlier, no.
No.
Martin did not do Boulder of Destiny. So there you
Okay.
go. Doing it now just greatly lessens the chance that he
Yeah. There's
crosses the GTG from the
so
front.
I expect here he's gonna do tech tight.
No.
Not even.
He goes straight
He's
to
just gonna go
Jabu.
straight.
Jabu is progression.
But
Light arrow
like
hand.
now you're looking at it, all he has on this side going to GTG is tech tight, which means he's like 99% random number more likely to just go
Because
reverse.
it's like, if you go forward, you get Tech Tech Grotto. If you go reverse, you get Way the Hero Desert Colossus Fairy Fountain.
And
So,
a wasteland. Well, you don't have magic.
You don't have fountains.
That's true.
So it's 1 and 1, but you have one in a Way the Hero location.
And reverse things quicker.
Exactly. So I think the option is pretty straightforward there.
Yeah, I think so. And then
Well,
obviously from his end he'll be thinking about GTG, clear order, and then he'll get the magic and go, oh,
I'm done.
oh. And be
Yeah,
like, wow.
he can't
I
get
really-
baited into Shadow because he
true.
doesn't have magic.
He's magic man.
So
Always nice. He also doesn't have the Hollis,
Fire
which is
is
good. Fire's
Baron.
Baron. Very
Yeah.
good seed, all in all. Very I would say
Really
fairly
good for
straightforward.
Martin.
Really good for Martin.
Unfortunate for Purple that
Very
he
unfortunate.
didn't go South Hyrule Field and get the letter, but it happens.
Definitely. And at the end of the day, even with the... There's like a few different little bits there that all kind of added up, right?
Yeah.
And even though a lot of the seed is kind of straightforward points you stuff, like Forest give you your strength 2, Spirit give you your rang, which, you know, happens. And that's those are the seeds we usually say are Jets.
Yeah.
The letter is that. That's like, that's
the breaking point.
The letter is the X factor of this seed.
Exactly. If you get the letter, you win. If you don't get the letter, you just out of luck.
And honestly, a lot of the time I would say with SGL, most of the time with the seeds, you get a lot quite early, you're looking for one item.
Yep.
And that one item is basically, okay, is it in a bad location? Is it in a location that you can root in early by accident? In this case, it's the latter. It's in. It's like if you do it in a certain way, you just get that early. It's a super jetty seed.
Yeah.
Those are your jets. If the item's like in another seed, if fire's not barren, and you only need to do like the bottom of fire, and you have to go way up to the top to get your last item,
Yep.
that's a bad seed.
Exactly.
But all in all, most of the seeds fine. Just a testament to the settings, I think.
Always comes down to that last item, and whether you get it or not.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, like jets always have like something to them still. It's like, it's rando. You're not going to have everything on the way. What are the odds, right?
You're not going to get a sub 130 every single race.
Yeah. Yeah, it just makes those, when you make those slight decisions where most of the seed is a really big jet, and it's just like, oh, well, if you did something in the slightly wrong order, you just lose.
Yeah.
By like 20 minutes. Because it all just kind of snowballs and adds up. In this case, it's like, you didn't, the primary one for snowballing is the hook shot, right?
Yeah.
You didn't go back and get the hook shot, so you can't do Forest into like Spirit and such.
Yeah, and that's just what happened here.
Nice seat though, generally, I think.
Everything is pretty much on the way.
Yeah.
Besides, of course, the letter. Martin, interestingly, doing Zora's Domain, but
Well,
I mean, I guess
still missing magic.
Yeah,
you just do
missing
it.
magic against.
You do it. You play safe. You do those checks. You might get magic on the way, and you're like, cool.
Martin definitely being thorough.
There is
being
no
the higher
reason not
seed.
to. No reason not to at this point.
Yeah, nice movie.
Unless he feels really like that bad about I can't even remember what it did, what it was the Martin did that was like, oh no.
I think
he didn't die.
He did die.
He did die.
That
That's
only lost
it.
him like a minute
the
or two.
knuckle.
Though.
Yeah, unless he feels like really bad about the knuckle, which I don't see why he would.
I think he's feeling good.
Yeah, for
about
sure.
this.
For sure.
And seeing this big chest just makes you feel even better. Until he
opens it. And he's like, oh.
It's not anything.
That's, I mean, honestly, big chests.
I forget this. I forget what this was. More shoes?
It was.
It was more shoes.
Bottle?
It was a bottle. Right. That's right.
Still got it.
Still.
Sorry, no, still got that memory. That's what I mean. But like, yeah, chests. That's what I was gonna say. Chest size is so good. Chest size matches contents.
Oh, I love chest size matches contents.
For the longest time, we played without it, right?
Yeah.
In like almost every setting.
Until like season 5, chest size matches contents was not a thing.
Yeah.
But
and
now
it
it's
like
just happening in everything.
almost every setting, because everyone's just like.
Because everyone loves it. It's just good.
Everything's quicker.
And I noticed like the Wind Waker randomizer here had chest size or chest textures at least matches contents.
And
I think they figured out that
it's good.
It's just good.
It's like it makes it quicker. You have in like our settings, particularly in these ones especially,
with bomb chews and
your
big
bomb
chests.
chews are in big chests, so
you never have to open a small
your small
chest.
chests only have like
convenience,
like
Yeah.
rupees, more sticks, nuts, more ammo, and like hearts.
Yeah.
So if you're opening them because you want more hearts, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
But that like adds more to the game because you have runners going, how much do I want to open small chests? Do I want a few hearts? Do I want to just ignore that and just go all big? And also you get like the massive dopamine rush when you see a big chest. You see the big chest and you're like, oh,
like this, and
Yeah.
that bomb bag. Yep.
and then it's honestly, it's probably not the healthiest way of looking at it, but you're like, you see a big chest, you're like, ooh, and then you open it, and then it's like, usually your mood just like slumps immediately because it's not what you want. But then you get your go mode from it, and you're like, oh, yes, and just
I can
speed,
finish the
you know.
It's just great.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And yeah, like there were definitely a lot of issues with it before. Go back to SGL 2019, I think it was 2019, 2020.
Yeah, with the lag in the bottom of the
yeah.
well.
So
yeah.
So this is like, I guess, history because
History lesson with Decker.
we're at a point where it's like, okay, Purple's in Forest. We've already seen it. It's like 15 minutes. Mario is in Jabu, and unless he finds some magic on the way, there's nothing really to talk about.
You mean
right?
Martin?
Did I say Mario?
You said Mario.
See, you're like the same. You're not the same person, but you know, it's the co-op mentality, right?
You're right, right.
Right. So
We share the same brain cell.
yeah. So like in 2019, 2020. Is that how this has worked? You're watching and you're like, it's over here. I mean, that's.
I don't think
He's got different
that can
items.
happen.
Most of his items, I think he got first. So that definitely
Yeah.
didn't happen. Disclaimer: no cheating.
No cheating here. I'm
so,
just commentating.
Yeah, so 2019, 2020 was proposed, right? CSMC. But the problem was the encryption on like race seeds
Right.
meant that areas with high checks, like a lot of chests loaded, so GGG and the well particularly would start lagging.
Yeah.
If
there's
they
a
had,
lot of big
if they
chests.
had a lot of big chests. So you would like walk into GGG, know that it has something because your game just slows down.
Yeah.
And then do it, or it would be fine and you just walk out straight away.
Exactly.
And you just cleared it like a 10-11 minute dungeon in
5
5
seconds.
seconds. Same with bottom of the well, but it's like it's a quick dungeon anyway.
Yeah, bottom of the well is like
Yeah.
2 minutes. Like, do it anyways. Who
Yeah.
cares?
But then like that got fixed thankfully, so we can play it in SGL, which is
It's
great
amazing. I
because
love
that
it.
makes SGL settings a lot smoother
Yeah.
for sure.
It just makes seats faster in general.
Yeah, and like when you're looking at trying to make OOT more palatable, make it quicker, like 2 to 3 hours. That's exactly what you need. Exactly what you
2
need.
to 3 hours is like the perfect time frame for
I think so.
a seat.
Because you get like fast siege where you're like, there's a world at the moment in this seed where Martin still finishes sub 2.
Yep.
It'll be a bit tight, but it's doable.
Yeah, he still has
He's
to
got
go
to
to
go to
ice.
ice. He's got to do ice, and he's got to go to the magic.
Yeah.
So it's tight but doable.
So ice is like maybe 6 minutes. Oh, he has to walk more, so maybe a little more, like 10 minutes.
He's like, when I say it's tight, I'm like, it's tight.
It's really close if you
To
get
the point where it might not be, just because he won't have magic to set for Oz at Ganon.
Yes.
So
And he has to go, like, warp to Desert Colossus right after he gets light arrows, or that sub 2's not gonna happen.
yeah, exactly.
So-
But like, those kind of happen with seeds. You're usually looking between 2 and 3 hours. That is perfect sort of time frame.
Decker, Ninja is asking you to do the Luddy in chat.
What? Is my... I think my... Oh, no. My chat hasn't broken.
Oh,
It's just way before. I don't even know what a Lodi is.
I know. I'm
Is
not
that
gonna
because you're
do
a
it.
Zoomer?
I'm not gonna answer that question.
Okay. Alright. That's fine.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not.
Is it to do with Ludwig?
Yeah.
Okay. I was right, but that doesn't help because I don't watch Lud. I'm not a Ludwood. I'm not a Ludbud. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah. No, I don't know what the Luddy is. Sorry.
I wonder if these two are.
Huh?
I wonder if these two are.
Ludbuds?
Yeah.
We can ask them afterwards. Not in the interview.
Maybe
That's
not.
like. I mean, we could ask in the
You just
interview.
finished a race like almost
Are
up
you a
to,
Ludbud?
like, hey, yeah.
You a Ludbud?
Kind of out of left field there, but
Yeah, I was thinking actually before the race. Obviously, there's plenty to talk about. I was thinking before. I was like, if I run out of like questions, I'll just ask Purple about Love Life. Purple likes Love Life. I'm like, I like Love Life.
I'll just be sitting on the sidelines, like nodding my head.
Using your
Yep.
one brain cell.
Yep. This is. I know this.
We won't go there. We'll try not to go there, unless we're really desperate. But I think there's a lot to talk about, so we're okay.
Yeah, this has been a really fun seed in terms of logic, in terms of routing, and it's not super trash, terrible seed for once. So
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have to be like,
we're
so
out
how
of
did you-
here.
How did you feel
sub
when you,
230?
yeah, how did you feel when you found your go mode in like the middle of nowhere after clearing everything else in the game? It's like, oh, it sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Sounds like that might have happened in a
That's
race
like
recently.
multiple
From
restreams.
the audience, yeah.
Multiple restreams, definitely. Martin getting the backflip here to start
Is he-
behind Big
do
Octo.
you know he's definitely got it?
Yeah, he got it.
Okay. How'd you know?
I just know.
What? Oh,
I've
I had
done this
I
enough.
had the walking.
I've done this enough.
Yeah. I mean, I do it, and then like I just kind of
See,
until I hear Link walking, I'm not sure.
I feel like it's a lot more lenient than you think, because sometimes I backflip early, and I'm like, okay, that's way too early. And then
you
it
still got
starts,
it.
and then I'm behind it. I was like, okay,
Yeah, it's a very, very neat trick.
it's
Just
neat.
speeds it up, because ordinarily what people do, they get hit by Octo and end up behind it and then stun it and kill it.
Yeah.
Or it like turns around or whatever and you jump slash in. Either way. But this way you just start behind it.
Yeah.
If you just start the cutscene or get behind it during the cutscene, you just hit it.
I remember it was funny when the trick was first being like developed and like moved into runs of Ocarina of Time Rando, because it was run in the ILs, in the Jabu IL by Danny
Right.
B.
Right.
And people like found out about it and started doing it.
I think
and
you showed it to me. I think
I probably did.
Yeah,
I
you
probably
like
did.
You did it, and I was like, "What?
What is
I was
that?
like, "What?"
And Marco was, for anyone who doesn't know, Marco,
Marku.
amazing runner at this game.
Yeah.
Like, has been speedrunning for years. He sees all the people like doing this and races. Oh my! In races,
Yep.
and he's like, "Why are you doing this? This only saves like 2 seconds." But it's like we're getting to the point now where a lot of people are becoming the same in terms of like execution level. You have to find those like 2-second time saves,
Yeah.
because races are coming down to like less than a minute. So
But it's a really good community for that, I think. Like, you know, everyone shares
Yeah.
everything. No one's like, oh, I want to like hold my secret strat. They just do it. They
Yeah.
just do it on the stream, and if someone's like, what's that?
yeah,
And you're like, oh, you know,
tells
it's
you,
this.
oh.
I'll show you.
exactly.
So it's like a really good community for like, I mean, to be fair, I imagine most are.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, oh, I want to learn something. Like, you know, how did you do that? And people would just be happy to show you. Because everyone just likes,
Yeah, Yoshi's saying in chat like a bunch of people in the Ocarina of Time Rando community could just
have the
play
execution.
real speedruns
Yeah.
of Ocarina of Time glitchless and absolutely destroy it.
yeah,
But
for sure.
we don't want to do it because it's not Rando.
Yeah, like ultimately most of the people,
Rando's fun.
most of the
Oh,
people
nice drink
who
here.
could do that in Rando have either already done it or they're playing Rando for the Rando aspect and not the OOT side.
Yeah.
I'm more on that side. I'm
Mm-hmm.
playing it for the randomizer. OOT's fun.
Oh, it's fun. Randomizer's fun. Put them
Also,
together, you get fun.
my execution is like good, but it's not like there. So
Ah, well.
just
You
a
made
prelude for
tie-breaking
mine.
groups.
Huh?
You made tie-breaking groups. That was good.
I didn't do
What?
tiebreakers. What?
What do you mean?
What?
What'd you play this morning?
Did I play this morning? Kevin. I
Yeah,
just got
see?
into bracket.
Yeah, you were in brackets.
Yeah.
So you're good.
I didn't say I was bad. What?
You said you were like, in execution.
I said no. I said my execution is good. It's just not speedrun level.
Okay, well,
That's different.
okay. Yeah.
This is unusual. You usually just like flame me. You just be like, yeah, you suck.
Like purple flame that I switch.
Nice transition. I mean, as far as straight.
I gotta make things,
I like it.
you know,
I like
at
it.
least
but
a
there's not
little
much-
bit entertaining.
Yeah, there's
and
nothing to
for
talk
example.
about. I like it, but there's nothing to talk about. I get why people say it's boring. I just
Yeah.
like doing it because I can turn my brain off.
Yeah. We can't turn our brains off because we're talking.
That's what you think.
Well, we could, but in the case of Lake Hylian, but you know,
Hmm.
I don't know. Purple's might get crushed if he tries to move. Okay, good.
He's okay.
Yeah, like we said earlier, transitioning back to the game now. Martin finished Jabu, so he has all 3 stones to spawn the bridge here, and he is going directly to OGC for hoping for magic. I don't blame him.
That's
I
fine.
probably would do the same thing.
Just in case. Well, at this point, you're probably expecting to clear Ganon's, right?
Yeah,
So if you're
I
expecting
wouldn't
that,
be
you just do
surprised
what
if he
you see.
just goes straight to Light Trial, honestly.
Just in case.
Yeah, Light Trial's like
It's a lot
not
of
even a
checks.
minute, and it's 9 checks.
It's
8
also
checks.
it's also realistic to expect at this point the seed might just tell you light hours are in shadow. So at that point you're like, I have to get 30 skulls.
I have to get 30 skulls.
I have to get
I have to
dins.
get dins. Yeah.
I have to get my magic. At that point you're like, you're gonna have to do
Okay,
checks.
that-
So
yeah. This won't be sub 2.
I think we would accepted that. It was like it's a narrow window anyway. So it's like if he doesn't follow this exact path, it's not happening. And I think he's in a position where he's going to play safe. So there's no reason for him to follow the exact path.
Yeah.
He'll get there. It's just going to take time. And, you know, there's a possibility he won't. There's a possibility he doesn't do Colossus Fairy.
Yeah.
And then we've still got a game.
Exactly.
It's like, you know.
It's
plenty
never
of-
over until it's
because
over.
if you think about it, at this point, like, technically, Purple's the one that we know is going to end up in Go mode.
Yeah.
Purple's going to finish Forest, go to Spirit, get the Boomerang, be in Go mode.
No, because he doesn't have letter.
You're right. And that's why we're not in brackets anymore.
Ah, third time.
Big chest.
charm.
They
Big
say
chest.
things come in
Is this
threes.
magic 2? This is not
That's
magic 2.
dance. Well, now
if
if
you're
you're
scared
expecting
about Shadow,
yeah.
then there you go.
30 skulls. Another big
Is
chest.
this magic 2?
Magic 2?
It is not.
Yeah. Well, now you know
Where
that.
is magic 2?
Well, probably Shadow.
Martin is resetting the enemies so we can finish up Light Trial here.
You know, I've
Why
never
not?
thought about that.
Really?
Like, if I see big chests in Light Trial, I'm like, oh, let me kill the enemies first.
Yeah. I usually do
But
the
if you're
same.
like in this position, check the chest.
Might as well.
Makes sense.
You're only one item away,
Yeah, for
basically.
sure.
And he's not bothering. Oh, he doesn't have small key. I'm done. Is he just gonna check all of? Yeah, he's just checking all of the enemies. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it's, yeah, you're still going to have to look for
You need
magic.
magic, and you can assume that it's on the way to lights, but it might not be.
But, like, you can't guarantee that you can get lights right now.
Exactly.
So, if you get the light arrow hint, and you're like, oh, it's on the way to lights, maybe. If
And
the
then it's in
lights,
shadow,
if the lights
then
are
you're
inaccessible,
screwed.
you're like, well, I need to go do other stuff anyway.
Yeah. Well, there's bottle pushing. And a nice bow extension for Martin.
I'd still maybe check the hint first, but like, assume I probably have to do Ganon straight after regardless.
Yeah. I think I would do the same.
But I can get being like, oh, I'll just clear Ganon's while I'm first, because I probably will have to do it.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Martin equipping fire arrows when he doesn't have magic. Doesn't make a difference, but it's cool.
In case he needs, like,
When
in
he
case
gets
if he goes
magic,
into
it
Shadow
will be
Trial,
fine.
if he goes into Shadow Trial and Magic 2 is on the first check, now he can do the second check
Why would he
for
do the
light
second?
arrows.
Okay.
You're there, you may as well.
Very optimistic here.
What can I say? Aim high. Aim high, and you can only be let down.
Where was straight 2?
In Forest? Right?
Purple doesn't have straight 2.
Was it? Oh.
Where was straight 2?
Martin
Martin had it.
Strength 2 was... It wasn't in Well, was it?
No. Oh, no. Purple has strength 2.
Purple
I
has
see
Strength 2.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. It's our fault.
Yeah.
Probably. We must have been just so entertaining. It's like, why would you watch Forest when you could just listen to
Exactly.
the dulcet tones of Mr. Mario? 7788.
Just
Chill.
chill.
7788.
Chill
right?
in the ice trial. What?
It's 7788, right? Or is it
I was gonna
8877?
say it's right there, but it's actually not.
It's not. Yeah. I looked and I was like, wait a minute. Cool. Also, it's the water trial, not ice trial.
It's ice. I know it's the water trial. I just said ice because it fits the theme.
It's
okay?
cold because it's made of ice.
Martin did actually get a blue fire before
Yes.
knowing the lighter location, so that's good. So he won't have to go back to water trial just to get a blue fire for light arrows. Even though maybe he was thinking, oh, I'm going to go ice next anyways. Like, if light arrows are in Shadow Temple.
Yeah. It makes your ice coming quicker, so...
Yeah. So he must be planning.
Can't hate it. Can't hate it at all. So Purple playing Suns here. I guess in this position it makes sense. You're getting skulls. This is a skull play.
Yeah.
You get the skull. You're banking on Shadow being required.
Does he have strength 2? Now I'm second guessing myself because... Oh no, he doesn't have strength 2.
It's your fault. You said he had strength 2 and I believed you.
I thought I saw the silver gauntlets.
I was fully on board. You're very convincing.
I know. Thank you, Jets of Time, for the raid of 14. Welcome into the quarterfinals match between MrMartin and PurpleRupees. The winner of this goes on to face Kevin in brackets tomorrow for semifinals.
Yep, it's the last match to actually be decided at this point.
Yeah. All the other matches finished. We know all the other semifinalists.
Oh.
We have Kevin on this side of the bracket. And then on the other side of the bracket, we have Sponge and Riley, 2/3 of the multi-road team.
We'll see if the third one can turn up tomorrow.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
We'll see.
He's hoping.
There's a big chest in validation chest.
Is it
gonna
magic
be
too?
magic? Am I gonna call? Am I gonna? No.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You can't have everything. You know.
Yeah.
You can hope.
This is where strength 2 was. I remember now. Yep. It's DMC Grotto.
Okay.
So he's gonna get this and he's just gonna rush spirit.
That's fine. Yeah. No. At least he's got that.
There you go.
But yeah, as I was saying, skull point. Hoping that Shadow's required for, at this point, ladder.
Yeah.
Ladder or boomerang.
Yep.
We know it's ladder because we know the boomerang is going to turn up. And it's not going to pay off. But I respect it.
Martin was inches away from death there. I am surprised he's alive. He is shaking his head. He's like, that should have killed me. I don't know how I'm alive.
You can see it in his face. He's he's deep in the tank. I actually think it's not as bad if you look at him in person, but on the camera he looks really
concerned.
Like stern. Like it's the
where are my light arrows and magic?
It's like the overhead angle, just giving that like heavy brow. Like,
yeah.
Ooh.
GTG toilet is a small key.
I would say
you're gonna get Ice Cavern from
MrMartin
Martin here.
It's ready to reset.
There it is.
Shrug.
Martin's like,
Shrug.
yep.
Like, yep.
Figured.
Of course.
Had to be ice. So yeah, he's gonna go ice. He's not gonna get magic on the way, but the options that he has left.
He's got to be thinking. He's got to be thinking about GTG.
And GTG.
He's not been pushing skulls. He's got to be thinking about GTG.
He has water, but why would you go water?
He's also like, yeah. It's like, do you want to go for 4 checks, or like
that you possibly can't even get some?
How much is GTG? Like 10?
13 or 12?
13.
13 or 12.
Because order it goes like side dungeon, dungeon, side dungeon, and bomber was 11. So
yeah, we just counted that out.
GTG's 13.
Okay. I'd believe
I'm not counting it, but I'm assuming.
I'd believe it.
They alternate.
Whatever you say. I'm on board.
Because it goes like fire. No, water is 4. Deku is 5. Right? No, Deku's 6.
Deku's 6.
What's 5? Ice Cavern, including the song. Modern problems, modern solutions.
Okay. It's like Force is 6, and then Fire Water's.
Oh, Deku and Forest is 6?
Force is 8, Fire is 6, Water's 4.
Wait, Deku and Fire are 6?
Yeah. Fire just says 8.
I take it back. I'm stupid. I thought there was like a progression of dungeons.
No, Deku has 7.
Okay, I take it back. I was right.
Okay.
I don't know. It's unfortunately it's that stage where you're just like, we kind of know what's happening.
Yeah. Like, once Martin is done with ice, then we can talk about interesting stuff, unless he plays record.
Yeah, like everything he's been doing for the past pretty much like 20 minutes, 20 plus
All
minutes.
just like
as soon as he found the
laid out
boomerang,
for him.
as soon as he found the boomerang and spirit, it's like this route is
Even
basically
before
a
that,
no-brainer.
Like, even if
Once he
even
goes
when
stun
he
two.
was forced, like he knew what he was
Yeah.
doing. He was forced. He goes spirit, and then he just happened to get boomerang, so you just go Jabu,
Yeah, it just extended.
basically. Martin is getting the bomb bag here. I guess he
So you
forgot.
just want the refill?
I guess he forgot that it's a bomb bag. That or, yeah. he
Yeah,
forgot.
you can see it in his
He knows.
face. He's like, oh, of course, yeah. Oops.
Yep, it's right there in my notes.
Yeah.
Indoor bomb bag. So unfortunately, he won't be able to skip to the compass chest room, even though that isn't where it is. So he would still have to check map chest anyways. He doesn't skip to the end for this long.
Yeah, you definitely check the map chest before you check the last room because it's quicker.
But I would check Ice Cavern before the
I
Fairy
would-
Fountain here,
I would.
in my opinion. Because if you get magic in Ice Cavern, you're done.
Yeah.
So, you know you have to go Ice Cavern for lights.
Yeah.
If you
no,
find
yeah, I
if
agree.
you find
I
magic,
agree.
you're done.
You're right. You're right.
And
Well
he's just
done.
gonna get like a purple rupee here or something. I forget what it was.
This is 20 skulls from Purple?
Wow, 20 skulls already.
I'm assuming so.
Yeah.
He's already handed in 10 and he's just walking into schoolhouse.
There you go. It's a blue rupee, so
Nothing there. Which, to be fair, it could only be magic too. I just smacked my microphone. Whoops.
oops.
Oops.
Rip headphones.
Happened to happen at some point. It's been 2 hours. Honestly, I'm
Well,
way
not yet.
clumsier than
Not
that.
yet.
It's been 1:59 and 20
So
seconds.
we were talking about sub 2 earlier. That's not happening.
No.
Because Martin did all of Ganon's.
Ganon's,
so.
yeah, he was like, I'm going to play it super safe.
And purple is going spirit.
Which
here.
makes sense.
Makes complete sense.
Go in spirit with the strength
Gonna
two.
get his boomerang, but no letters, so he can't use it.
Yup.
Unfortunate. All right, so yeah, we're just kind of hanging out here because
Just waiting for Martin to find the
purple
magic.
is doing a spirit that Martin has already done, and Martin is doing an ice that purple's
been-
already done.
They've been quite good at like kind of covering each other's tracks.
Yeah, kinda
There's been bits where they've been
going
doing
back and
their own
forth.
stuff, and then like they just swap to then be like, oh, now I need to go do this.
Yep.
Obviously, Purple catching up a lot on
Progression. Yeah.
much needed progression. Well, you know, but then it's still just a case of who goes to the last item first.
Yeah.
Favoring Martin right now.
Heavily favoring Martin.
Yeah, let's be realistic. Heavily favoring Martin. It's not over. There is room for that to not happen.
But the fact that purple can't do Jabu means that he can't search Ganon's and get the Dins, so he will never be baited into
That's
Shadow Temple.
true. He can
So-
be baited into getting hover boots. He's
So
still
why would you get hover boots?
well, like
you
collecting.
only get
if you
you
just
only get hover boots.
you could collect skulls expecting the dins, I think,
I guess
and then you just never get it.
you
But
should only
still
get
wasted the
skulls like
time.
on the way. You shouldn't go out of your way for skulls here, I don't think.
Yeah, I think so.
And then when you get Dins, you can be like, okay,
now I
need to
rush skulls.
I need
yeah,
to
yeah,
go
yeah.
Shadow now.
100%.
But well, purple's getting the skull, proving us wrong. So
I can understand it. This is kind of on the way. It's a slow one. But if you're like, I want to try and make sure I have as close to 30 as possible before you get your dins,
yeah,
it's fine.
yeah.
You can pick up like 4 in here, 3, because you're not gonna get. I say like 2. You don't.
Like one.
Actually, no, 3, because you can get like the child climb
You
one,
get the one in Child Climb, you get
you
that
can get
one, and you can get the one in
the one in the lobby.
Yep.
But you're not gonna get the one on just before the child spirit hand.
No.
You're not gonna get the child one.
You can't get the child one.
Exactly. So this one's okay to get. Ish.
Purple, unfortunately not pulling off the fast push. Not sure if he knows the fast push strats on the statues here, but he will get Boomerang here. So he is halfway to
Yeah.
Jabu.
As always, very thankful to chat for being able to update the chat, because honestly, looking at screen, looking down, looking at screen, looking down, so hard. So hard. I don't know
Yeah.
how people do this like regularly.
Yeah. And while we're on the subject of chat, shout outs to our trackers back there, Marisira and Dustar.
They've gone.
They've gone now.
Shout outs to our trackers, by
Shout
the way.
outs to our trackers who are currently not here. Never mind.
That would explain.
Maris here
That
now.
would explain why the strength was like
That's
strength
true.
2,
Yeah.
back, strength 2, or not.
And now it's not strength 2. It's
Shout
just
outs to our
strength 1.
trackers. Shout outs to Miro.
Yeah.
Also for organizing.
Yeah. Great
Huge
job at
shout-outs.
organizing this event. Good to me.
Mm,
We have Boomerang and Strength 2.
Boomerang. And he
Yep.
does have strength 2.
It was cratered.
Yeah, Crater.
Yep.
We all did that. Mario, as Purple got there, Mario was like, oh yeah, oh, right,
Yep.
yeah. I remember now. It was here. This big chest that I can
Yeah.
see.
But yeah, shout outs to our trackers again. Shout outs for Decker for commentating with me, of course.
Anytime.
And
Shout outs to you.
I'm just here.
You're just here.
I'm just here.
2-2.
Hanging out. 2-2. Didn't make brackets. It's alright.
It's okay.
We're just having a fun
Can't win
time.
them all.
You have some drinks tonight?
Probably.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't need to race tomorrow morning.
We have a co-op race, so if you're at SGO and just listening to this, you know, come by.
Co-op.
We're probably going to be in the upstairs room to play some co-op with aggressive cheating is what I've heard.
Yeah, I think it's like open comms.
Yeah, we're just going to talk.
Yeah, open cheating is not, or like, what did you say? Like you said,
Aggressive
cheating.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like the name of the game, but it's
No.
like everyone's in a room playing.
Everyone's going to be in the same
and
room
talking to
next
each
to each
other.
other, so it's bound to happen.
Think less aggressive cheating and more like in-person tournaments without proper soundproofing.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to see this.
Will it be streamed?
So, okay, just to make up for Mario, because he's checking. We are seeing the magic from Martin, so I think this is over.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
a win from Martin.
As we
basically.
said, it's like he got the light arrows. He's like, okay, next play, GTG. Plays Requiem, starts going this way. Gets this.
And there it is.
Done.
GG. Yeah, to answer segue in chat, will the co-op be streamed? If someone wants to stream off of hotel Wi-Fi, they are more than welcome to, but I will not be streaming it on my personal channel.
I don't know if I'm playing yet. My co-op partner's all the way in Norway.
Well,
Makes it kind of hard to just be like, yeah, I'll play co-op.
it's only like
Okay.
9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 a.m., 4 a.m.?
If I play, I can't stream because the laptop I brought to play is so bad. I was playing with clock throttle on BizHawk. So for anyone that doesn't know, that like basically does whatever it can to maintain a frame rate, including like ruining your sound.
Ah,
And that's like really hard to listen to as well. But like, I already had to go to that extent to like play.
yeah.
There's no way it could handle streaming as well.
So
Right.
if it is streamed, then
Yeah.
we'll let you know in the SGL server. But if not, you know,
Monitor on the blink. It's a good job we already know the result of the race. Pretty much, it's fine. I mean,
well, I wish it was a little bit closer. But
yeah. I mean, this happens, right?
Yeah,
it's
it
a
happens.
fairly quick seed bar the letter.
Again, this was just a Martin seed. Like we were saying before, sometimes Martin gets these seeds where
He
you just do
plays
everything
it
right.
Yeah.
And everything that could go good for him did go good. So
Like he didn't even go to the. He didn't even play the well without
No.
ZL. He just
Yeah.
went adult to get
adult
to like.
Zeal right back.
Yeah, went to adult was like, I think ZL's going to be on Bolero. It's not going to be locked by fire. He was right. He then goes down. He does his bit from the well. He needed ZL for the Zion.
Yep. And now here we are, 2 hours 6 minutes, and Martin is
2 minutes
about
16.
to-
Is that what you were going to say?
I said 2 minutes something. I
2
don't
minutes.
know. I don't know.
Sick.
I don't know what I said. Anyways, Martin is on
Not the time.
Ganondorf with
Yeah.
Lidos this time, so
Ready
he'll
to
be
go.
done in about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're seeing good use of fire arrows on PurpleRupees' side, so he doesn't have to do build prep.
Yep. What else do we need to shout out? Shout outs to SpeedGaming.
Yeah, shout outs to the SpeedGaming staff. They've been wonderful of hosting this event and making sure everything runs smoothly.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without them. Shout out to the donators.
Yeah, shout out to donators to help fund these events. Shout out to Ela again for
dumping
donating
money.
$1,000 into the Ocarina of Time prize pool to put us in #1.
Doing stuff like his Tripod Split showcase.
Yeah, if you weren't there at the Tripod Split showcase yesterday, it was a great time.
Shouts to everyone in the community that contributes.
Honestly.
Tracking, commentary, organizing,
restreaming,
racing.
Trez.
You need races. If you don't have races, what are you going to do? Stare at a screen for like 2 hours?
What would we do without racers?
Yeah, what would we do without us? It's all about, no. Shout outs to everyone that's involved. Shout outs to the other games. I've not talked to that many people that aren't playing OOT, but everyone's really nice.
Yeah.
Even the OOT people are really
approachable.
Nice. I thought you'd all be awful. That's not true. That's not true at all. I thought people would be fine, but it might be awkward.
Yeah.
But it's not awkward at all.
Shout
Everyone's really
to
cool.
Like the A Link to the Past crew setting up their race on SG5 over there. Like, I think that's a pretty high stakes match because I saw that guy in the big restream room the other.
Literally like a few
couple hours
before.
ago. Yeah. So
I guess he beat Illis. Not shout outs to Illis. He beat us in MQ. That's not good. He beat us in Wii Music.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would expect Doc. Doc would probably be the person to look out for. Doc Heaps.
Yeah.
For a stream for the co-op. He's very good at doing that sort of thing.
Definitely. It's probably going to be a short break for like food or something. But then we're just going to go right into the co-op race.
Did Martin forget to jump slash?
I don't. He doesn't have Hammer or BGS.
Oh, right.
He has to beat it with nuts.
It's one of those seeds.
It's one of those seeds.
It's one of those.
Ah. And you're not planting the bean in Colossus to get bigger on sword.
No.
So
absolutely not.
Definitely not.
That's not where it is. Yeah, no, that is where it is. You said planting a bean, and my brain turned off, and I was like, DMC. That was a stick. That's why. I was like, he must have mistaken a stick for the bigger
And
sword.
he had exactly 10 nuts. How great is that?
What a gamer.
He knew this was coming.
Foresight, which I did not have when I had to do it. I had 8. I went in with 8 nuts. I'm like, I'm going to have to hit this guy with a hook shot. And it sucked.
Hate that.
And I'd already lost the seed by that point anyway.
PurpleRupees almost getting hit by the Brewer Knuckle.
Got the double defense.
Oh, yeah.
Though. Got the double defense. Security.
So.
Looking pretty clean.
And one more hit on Ganon, and there we go.
Cutscene.
Beautiful Ganon fight from
And
Martin.
this is the classic moment where you knock Ganon down and you're just like smacking buttons on your controller because you want it to hurry up even though it doesn't do anything. Because you're like,
cutscene play
just
faster.
Like,
my opponent might be in the same cutscene.
You're like, I swear, if they finish now of all times, I have
so
zero
sad.
control.
Shout out to Riley, who that happened to last year in Season 5, I think.
It's happened to like everyone,
there we go.
Dude.
That is time for Mr. Martin. GG's.
for Mr. Martin.
And
looks like he's getting up.
We'll probably get both of them in for interview. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Confirming that he's done.
There we go.
Here we go.
And the forfeit from Purple. GG's.
GG's
to both of them.
See if they're both coming down.
Yep.
Yeah. 211. Oh.
211.
211-ish. See if they're having a little chat. I don't know about, because
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything. It's like,
it's crazy.
Get the results in. It's like phone gets shoved at you, and you're like, what? 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 We got to be the race where we heard all the results as they come in. Isn't that great?
That's cool.
That's sick. You're like, you get to report.
We got to live report races.
I'm happy to report our boys are winning.
Well, everyone in the community is our
But
boys.
for boys to win, other boys must lose.
Yeah. That's
tragedy.
That's what I'm saying. Pick a chair, any chair. Come on down.
Right, okay. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. So I'll just shift over, let
Alrighty.
Martin come in. If you just want to grab a microphone. GG's, buddy. Do you want me to move so you can
It's fine.
cozy up to
I'm
your
already
cot, man?
sitting. I'm already sitting. I don't want to, like, you know. We're gonna be sitting next to each other in
To
like
the
an hour, anyways.
Mike as well.
Yeah, we're gonna play the
Co-op. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. So do you want to start? I don't know.
So I guess the obligatory first question: how was the seed? How do you
What do
feel?
you think?
I don't know. It was kind of straightforward for the most part.
Yeah.
Just the magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, letter was kind of weird, but
Yeah.
I
You're
guess-
surprised when like you got that letter in the Remote Grotto and Purple at that point like.
So
Yeah, he was just not in a position where South Hyrule Field would be a good option.
yeah. So the like core difference was like for you, Martin, you did Valley Lake before after Lon Lon because you had the time of day
yeah.
before going to the Kokiri Forest.
That's why I beat DC. So I
Yeah,
could have that
right.
time
That
of
makes
day.
that makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense in context. Because then, that allows you to do Valley Lake, get the Way the Hero Lake, go to Kokiri Forest, and that's what got you the letter. And then, unfortunately for Purple,
Yeah, I just tried taking a risk with the well thing, being like, I'm not going back for that. There's no chance it's specifically hookshot.
Yeah, it's completely understandable.
I knew
Yeah.
it was with actually.
oh yeah,
It could have been.
Yeah, it was Bolero, Way of the Hero,
Right.
and Way of the Hero.
Right.
You got Bolero, and then you
Oh,
got
that's a fair
bow,
point.
Bow and Strength, Way of the Hero, and it's like, okay, what else
it
do I need
points
to
points a
get
lot to
Bolero?
it. Yeah.
That Bolero was the reason I went into fire, and then I'm like, wait a minute.
So yeah,
I remember my hints.
we were talking about the Requiem into Bolero, and then like the hovers on 30. Your hook locks so many skulls
Yeah.
that they were that was probably where it was going. Obviously, the magic was there too.
Yeah, it was like
But
either I get CL in there, or I need to beat fire.
Yeah.
yeah,
It was 50-50, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was also just unfortunately at a point where I was starting to mix together other seeds I've been doing recently.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So-
also an issue
It's-
with this.
well, it's one of those things where if you have like back-to-back seeds, sometimes that happens, right? And it's
6 seeds in
unfortunate.
3 days kind of does that to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of seed bleed.
So even like at that point when I was doing Spirit, I'm like, have I fully cleared field? Wait a minute, I don't think I have. So that's
Yeah.
probably where I was going to head next, but who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
GG's.
at that point we were kind of saying it was still not over at that point because obviously the sort of like the big play to do after getting light arrows from your own mom was probably GTG, was like what I
Yeah.
imagine you were doing.
Yeah.
Play Requiem, go
Yeah,
like
go
reverse, do
GTG.
checks on the way.
Yeah.
But there was always a chance you didn't,
Yeah.
even
Or
though
just
it's like the best
I could've
place.
gone
forward.
the other way.
Like,
Yeah, you could
if you
always
go the other way,
as well.
you just have an entire GTG
Yeah.
and do
You know.
Fortress and Valley and all
And then
that
suddenly
nothing.
it's still anyone's game because like
Yeah.
Purple had just started like pretty much catching up there. Just had to do Jabu
So
and
did
find
he
find the
have
letter.
Lights and magic.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it
went
was
into
very
ice
close.
again. I assume kind of like a gamble.
Yeah,
Find
after,
something there.
yeah, I was just kind of desperate. I'm like, I'm going to try to go for something different that I don't think Martin is doing
Yeah.
because I
Well, you
felt
were right.
behind.
You were right. You did something you
Completely
didn't do. You found something you needed
Yeah.
from there. So it worked out.
There you go.
Oh, I just went ice really early.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I thought about it,
50-ish
but then
minutes.
I got items and items.
Yeah, that was it. It's like
Yeah.
the nature of the seed. You get that hook shot, and then you go like forest, and then
Yeah, that hook shot locked a lot of the seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get like the strength 2 in DMC, and you're like, oh, I can go do spirit,
Yeah,
and then
that-
your boomerang's there, and you're like,
that
oh, I
strength
have
was-
like everything.
Like I got the strength, then I go for the hint. Oh, DMC is way
Yep.
the hero. Okay, I just got the strength.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
duh.
so yeah, I don't think you saw it, Purple. The hint in DMC that most people don't go for in the wall was DMC Way the Hero.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least you find out. You find a required item before you get it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
I
there.
was looking for the last way of the hero so I could get an item. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, oops.
Yeah, okay.
Turns out it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you have any other thoughts about the seed?
No, just a bit of unfortunate little mistakes in the beginning, and then they just kept piling on, and I just went the wrong direction. And randos.
Just what
How it
happens
is.
in rando.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how random works.
I
We
kind
all
of get
randoed.
the play as well of kind of sort of hoping that it's not like something you really need in the well, because at that
Yeah.
point it could have been a bomb bag.
Yeah, I actually went into the well and looking at my track wrong, and like, wait, I don't have Zelda's Lullaby.
Yeah, I think you went to play it as well.
yeah,
and
I
it was
did
like,
play it, and then I kind of realized, wait, I don't have it.
happens to everyone
I
at some
had an
point.
adult section just for CL, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You went there, got
That's
ZL, went
typically the
straight
play I
back.
would have made, but not today.
Yeah, yeah,
It's hard to say.
understandable.
It wanted like 4 age transitions to get that ZL.
Yeah, very very fun.
Go back, go Yeah.
Yeah, like to your point, that big chest in the bottom of the well could have been bomb bag.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
the only other thing it
That's
could
what I
have
was
been.
just saying.
Yeah.
And if it was bomb bag, then you would have been in a much better situation.
Yeah, and I did the ice because I
Hookshot
wanted
could
to
have
get
been in-
that bomb bag so I could do hookshotless GTG.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Right.
hookshot could have easily been in the BMOS chest in GTG.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's
never
why
know.
you wanted the bomb bag. We
Yeah.
were thinking about it if it's like comfort, things for ground jumps and stuff. Didn't think specifically GTG, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because hovers being on 30, that's like your only other way to do it.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Unless
that,
you
that
wanna
makes
do
a lot of
full
sense.
How
recoil.
many chests did I have? Like
No.
30 something.
A lot.
I think you got up to like 31 or 32 at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was
how
like,
many.
what, was it choosing Mitos?
There was choosing Mitos.
Choosing Mitos,
there was
choosing the
20
waterfall.
choosing waterfall. There was choosing Talon's chickens, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
They were
like
everywhere.
40.
That was like 40 chews.
Yeah, and I was scared of wasting them in DC.
Well, when you get 40 chews, who cares?
Yeah.
I had 10 at that point.
Well,
and
yeah.
left with 2.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah,
I guess I'm not checking the rodent CAC.
yeah, I guess.
And then I got like 30.
You got a bit sort of bailed out with the chews a little bit.
Yeah.
I get it. It happens.
Bombang was in forest.
Yeah, Bombag
Yeah.
was the well in Forest.
So we saw the forest one. We saw
King Zora.
You
didn't see the
Yeah,
other
Didn't
one.
see the third, I guess.
I did King Sora. And
Yeah. We were like, did he forget? Yeah, he forgot.
was-
I saw the bombang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go on now.
Yeah, but good thing light arrows weren't in compass chests, so. Well, you probably would have finished ice anyways looking for magic, right? So.
Yeah, I would have finished.
That makes sense.
Did you see Dins by any chance?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Strength 3
Yeah,
was on Baronade.
He,
Yeah,
he
strength.
got
Okay.
strength 3 from Baronade and then cleared like OGC Ganon's castle on the way to Light Arrow Hint. Just I assume just
okay.
like if you find the magic
Yeah,
lights
I
there.
just wanted magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just set
That makes
Forest
sense.
Wind. It's a lot faster.
Yeah, if you don't have magic,
Sub
you
2
can't set
lethal.
FW, so
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
I was thinking of only doing like trial, but then it's like.
If you only do
I'll-
light
You've done
trial,
that?
I'll probably do everything
Yeah,
anyway after
exactly.
the
I mean,
hand,
yeah,
so
you-
I'll do it.
You do light trial, you're like,
So we were
oh, it's
talking
not
about
here.
earlier.
Well, there's
Yeah.
still other checks. I just
Yeah, I'll
do that.
probably just save warp and do it again, or go whatever the light arrows and do it again.
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I might as well just do it.
yeah.
So I guess I imagine you were probably quite happy as well, actually, when you got the boomerang and it was just magic and lights.
Yeah.
Well, I say kind of happy because at the end of the day, lights could still have been in shadow, but at least when you're just
At
looking
least
for
lights weren't in
magic,
shadow. Yeah.
yeah, when you're just looking for the magic, not having to do light medallion shadow.
Yeah, when I
Very
got
good.
the light arrow hint, I was happy, pretty happy. Like I'm not collecting more skulls.
Yeah.
And then like on the flip side, purple started going out of the way for a few more, which I assume was like you felt kind of behind.
I felt behind, so I was like, if I see Dins, I'm gonna rush into Shadow. That was
Yeah.
the plan.
100% understand that, honestly, being in those positions, but I don't know how many times. This is the rando, right? This is how it is.
Yep.
Shadow is a lot of checks.
Yeah.
Very dense.
Yep.
Very good play. Not the play to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's everything I wanted to
Yeah.
ask. go
I've
over.
mentioned everything I wanted to.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Shouts to both our runners.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah, shouts to
Incredible.
both of them. They're both receiving
race.
prize money. And Martin, you're gonna go on to
Oh,
face
right.
Kevin
Yeah.
in semifinals.
Kevin beat What the Hells, yeah.
Rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get to do a 130 on him again. Awesoming. Maybe.
Get the Martin Kevin rematch tomorrow on a Speed Gaming channel.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which.
I don't know if it's guaranteed, but I
Semis
would.
and finals are guaranteed.
Are they guaranteed? Okay.
Yep.
So yeah. So
So we're gonna have
Martin
Kevin
and
and
Kevin.
Martin, and we're gonna have Riley and Sponge
yeah.
Wow.
in the other bracket.
Guaranteed tomorrow, and then obviously a
And then
final.
tomorrow night's finals.
Big
Those
showdown.
are OP.
Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Who would you rather face if you, assuming you beat Kevin,
I don't care.
one game at a time?
Either one is scary.
That's true.
Everyone
Everyone's
in the
scary.
bracket is
Yeah,
scary.
everyone's scary, to be honest. Yeah.
Just
Kevin
yeah.
is scary already. So
Yeah.
Kevin beat what the hells? Yeah.
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 It's like anything can happen.
True.
Yeah. GG's to both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming down to Speed Gaming Live. It's super fun, just hanging
Yeah.
out, you know.
Thanks
And,
to all our
uh,
trackers.
Yeah, it's been a great,
No,
great experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, thanks for our trackers.
Who have left us?
Who are left
last
now,
time.
but
I know Dastar was
Mara
like,
and Dastar,
really tired.
but
So
yeah. And then again, thanks for the Speed Gaming crew to
for doing this.
for letting us have in this
Tournament,
restream.
restream,
Yeah.
everything.
Literally everything. Couldn't do
Sweets.
anything without them. So, yeah, I think we're going to hand it over to them, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for semis and finals.
Wrap it up. Bye.
Bye.